This game is like no other. It's one of the best survival games I've ever played. On the surface, it looks like Minecraft. However, it couldn't be more different. Everything is so much more complex, more threatening, but so much more rewarding. The goal is to survive and hopefully make it to the next spring. Winter is incredibly dangerous and food is limited, so you have to prepare. This is the start of our journey. And welcome back. So last video, we started on the wall. I managed to go from all the way over there to all the way over here, and that was about it. Not to mention a little bit of caving, and we got our big tree back up. Today, I definitely plan on trying to do this again. While it's still summer, I have a feeling by the end of this video, it might be winter again. It is June 12th, which is kind of nuts. I really want to just mirror this on this side, so it's an inverted pyramid. I guess we'll try to chisel out a tiny bit of this dirt right here. That way I could possibly cut the tree from under this block. Either way, I don't think it'll be a big deal, because once it grows, we can always just remove the dirt. But it would be cool if I could just have permanent dirt here. But we're gonna have to see if I can actually plant a sapling on chiseled dirt. But anyway, we'll get to that in a bit. I do have some stuff to show you. Not too much, but I've done a ton of chiseling. By the way, this is only like half of it, and I did so much more. So I think we might have enough to get a good portion of this wall done. The plan is to obviously take this wall. We're gonna bring it back here, all the way up to here, and then back into the mountain. Then we're gonna make this even thicker, so we're gonna just copy this and turn it around to that side, but we're gonna have it a couple blocks back, probably like right there. That way we can walk on the wall, be super nice. It's gonna be thick because right now it looks horrible on the outside of this place. But we're also gonna have a pathway inside, which I'm definitely gonna have to light up because it's gonna get real dark in there and things are gonna spawn like crazy. I'm also gonna chisel out a very small thin piece of wood to slap on the top of here. That way it doesn't look like this on the very top. I mentioned it in the last video, but what I might do is take this beam, curve it back up, and then add a roof on top of this entire thing. Then at some point, I doubt we're gonna get to it today, but we're gonna need towers on this, little guard posts, gates, stuff like that. Maybe we'll get one gate up today. I don't want to get trapped in this place. And maybe we'll get this wall up here that just circles this building right here. However, I decided I'm not going to use these. You guys did voice your opinion on it. Thought it looked a little bit cheap and doesn't really fit this aesthetic here. Plus, I have one really big issue with it. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but it really shimmers and flickers when you move around. I don't know how well it's picking up for you guys, but especially when the sun is back there, it just looks awful. So we'll come up with something new. Anyway, I have one last thing to show you guys. I said I'd do it and I did. I made another banner. This one is obviously Zelda themed, and I think it came out pretty cool. And don't give me too much credit on that, okay? I didn't come up with the little Link figure. I only chiseled it into the banner, okay? I'm not that good. But anyway, I think this came out pretty cool. I like the banner. It's another one to add to the base. Now I just need 3 more banners for this room alone. Then I need 4 more for the Sky Forge. Plus, I want to hang some on the outside of the building. Maybe off of this floor right here. We might even have some for the walls too. Then I gotta worry about flags, because I definitely want to get some flags up, especially on the guard towers. I think that would be sick. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I think you guys are all caught up now. Other than that, we need to go feed our chickens. Maybe do a bit of culling. I completely forgot about them. Okay, let's see. Man, it's so hard to see what generation they are. Okay, I see some Gen 6 in there. So we're gonna have to remove some Gen 5s. And I shall take the eggs, and I guess we'll do it a tiny bit at a time. So let's get some into here. Come on, guy. Yep, there we go. So that's a Gen 5. We're gonna leave him be. Where's the rooster? There he is. I need some of you to go in there. No, no, yep. Okay, the rooster's secured. Okay, so that's a Gen 5. Okay, so this one right here is a Gen 6. We gotta keep that one alive. Guys, don't bunch up. Okay, that one's a Gen 5. You're dead. Let's see. Gen 6, Gen 6. Okay, both of these can live. That one right there. Oh. Okay, there's a Gen 6. There's a 6. You're a 5. And you're a 5. Nope. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we just have a rooster and 2 tier 6s. I hear another hen outside. He's like that way. Whatever. Not a problem. Let's let them back in. Get back in. Thank you. Don't go in there. And we're all good. Next time we check on them, we should have some Gen 7s. And very soon, hopefully, They'll stop running away from me and making this horrible. It's such a nightmare to try to cull them when they're running around. Oh. Oh, okay, it's a boar. I swear there's a chicken. Oh, but there he is. It's a Gen 6. Well, you get to go free. Live your days. Oh, another one. That one's a Gen 0. I still don't know how I'm getting those. I did notice that we did get some babies. Hey, guys. So, Gen 4. That one's a 3. But that's a sow. Gen 4 sow. So, we'll get rid of this one. Gen 4 boar. Gen 4 boar. Gen 4 sow. That one's a Generation 3. You gotta go. Goodbye. Okay, everybody's Gen 4. Now these guys. Gen 1. Gen 1. This one can be milked. Do I go for it? Hold on, let me go get a bucket. Okay. Let's try to milk a cow. Can I milk you? No. Get away from the door. I'm going in. It's this one. Did I get milk? I think I got milk. Wait, no. Too stressed to be milked. Dang it. Hey, 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 calm down. Let's see, you're a Gen 1. I don't see a Gen on this one. Am I crazy? Yeah, I think that's a Gen 0. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Leave me alone. Okay. Gen 0 is gone. I'll be taking all that, thank you. Gen 1. Gen 1. We only need one of you, though. Goodbye. Oh, crap. He's still alive. Okay. We're good. We're making progress. Tons of food. It's because I'm keeping them fat. Alright, guys. Continue to do your thing, please. Alright. I need to go store the food. Then we're going to try to get that set up. See if my idea can work at all. I have no idea if that's going to work out. Okay, let's try this out. I have a good feeling that this isn't going to work. But if it does, it'd be so cool. So this block right here. Oh, can I not chisel it? I swear I thought I could chisel it. Well, that ruins my plan ever so slightly. I think there's a setting that you can enable so you can chisel dirt. Or I might be completely wrong about that. However, yeah, I can't chisel it. So that's not a big deal. However, that means I gotta remove one piece of dirt every time I need to cut down the tree. But that's not really that big of a deal. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mirror this onto this side. And then we're gonna plant all the trees and let them grow. And I'm very curious to see if I can cut to the top of that still. This is the height limit of the last tree. So if it was this tall, then it would have just cut down every single piece. But it was a bit taller, but I removed the top part. So if it doesn't cut to the top next time, then we know that there is a hard limit on the amount of trees that you can cut down at once, or the blocks itself, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the stuff required, and in the morning I'm just gonna get this all set up. So I'll see you when it's done. And here we are. Big Tree 3.0 is fully operational now. And if this works, we're going to get so much wood. However, my guess is it's going to go up to like this block right here. And we're going to have to trim some off the top. But I'm prepared for that. We're just going to let it all grow. Then we'll do a cut. And once we make sure it all works, we're going to plant it into the ground. That way it's no longer just above my entire base here. However, another idea I had is if I make a big structure around this, that could also be cool. I mean, obviously, it doesn't need to be right here, so I can make the structure over there or something. It's just an idea I had. However, I'm not all too worried about it right now, and we'll deal with that later, because right now I'm worried about how I get down from here. It's kind of an issue, as I don't have any ladders. I really hope I don't die. Let's do it. Come on, survive, survive. Ah, that wasn't that bad. There it is. Some blocks are definitely placed off, and that's what we're gonna have to live with. I think I can get rid of that block, and maybe that block. And this block, and that. So once it's fully grown, I believe I just removed this block right here, and the tree is going to be directly on top of it. We just cut it down, then I gotta nerd pull back up into it, and we can collect everything. I wish the hoppers worked like Minecraft, where it would pull items from under the block itself, so I could have everything directed back into it. I don't suppose any modders are watching my video, but if you guys happen to be a modder, that would be an amazing mod, just saying. I would absolutely use that. Not only for this, but a ton of things. Anyway, this is done. We just gotta let it grow. And sorry for a time lapse directly after a time lapse, but I'm gonna get to work on the wall. I've already explained it like 3 times, so I don't want to do it again. I don't want to annoy you guys by telling you guys my plan like 5 times over. So I'll withhold from that, and I'm gonna get to work in the morning. Hopefully by the next time I speak to you guys, we should have a semi-complete wall, minus the towers. Maybe I'll make like 1 gate. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway guys, I'm gonna get to work and I'll see you guys in a minute. And welcome back. I'm cold. Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke to you guys last. I feel like I say that more and more these days. But as you can see, it is fully winter now. And it's actually December 10th. A crazy amount of time has gone by. But look at it. It's amazing. That's the only gate that we have so far. Obviously, we have a wall there. That's what I showed you guys, which that took forever. Now imagine that, but all the way to over there, then there, to behind the castle, and then back into that mountain. I spent way too much time on that this video, but I think it's so cool. Something I do gotta show you guys, which is very unfortunate. If you notice when I'm over here, the little cog on the bottom of my screen is turning the wrong way. My sanity is going down over here, and that made building over here such a pain. However, because of xskills and stuff like that, it's not as bad as it could have been. But yeah, here's our gate. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it could also use a bit more work, especially like up there, but I'll get to that some other time, probably when I'm not freezing. I did try to do a smooth gate here. I need help from somebody to show me how you guys all seem to do this perfectly rounded off entrance. I tried it for a bit and I could not figure it out. So yeah, that's why it's a bit blocky here, but I think it looks fine either way. And that up there is just this right here, and I added this right here, which is just oak planks that I chiseled out to look like this. That way it looks like a gate, and it's pretty simple. I can't wait to show you this at night. This isn't lit up. We will get to that some other day, but the walls over there are, and they look pretty magical. Very soon, we're gonna light up this entire wall as well, and then the entire area, even though I'm kind of lost now. I don't know if I want to actually build over here. I might still do it, but that's a really big pain. Also, it's kind of funny I never noticed that, because the wheel stops turning like right here-ish. So I got extremely lucky over here. And I think it actually turns when I'm like right here. Yeah, see, my sanity's going down like right here-ish, and I never noticed it. That's just so funny to me. I wonder if that's new. Can that move or something? Like, could my entire base just be unstable? Oh, that would be so upsetting. But yeah, we got this big land now. I think this just looks awesome. No matter where you go, you have some sort of wall in the background, especially when you're over here. You can even see it behind the base. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The plan very soon is to light it all up, light everything on the inside up, of course, and we'll have a perfectly safe little compound. However, it's never going to be fully safe because of the mountains and stuff. I'm not going to bother to go light up around the top and stuff like that. So there's always a chance that they could come down from there, but we're not going to worry about it. By the way, look, you can see the gate from here. Everything just looks so much cooler with it. Now it's time to start filling up all the blank space that we have. Especially like right here-ish needs to be worked on. Stuff around the village needs to be worked on. We got big plans. But what I was waiting for the longest time was to go and cut that down. I want to go see how it does. So let's go do that now. So I grabbed 2 extra axes. That way when I cut this down, there will be no question if it was an axe durability thing or anything. So if it can be cut down, it will be cut down. Oh yeah, my world's been doing some weird stuff like that. It's like it's lagging. I even got some weird server connection issues, and I wasn't even opened up to a LAN world or anything. Completely single player, and my game is telling me that I don't have connection to the host. I think all the chiseling is affecting my world. I'm not entirely sure about that though, and I hope it's fine. To be fair, we're asking a lot of this game at this point. The wall alone is insane. That is so much chiseling and stuff it's got to keep track of. Not to mention all the other stuff that we've done. So yeah. Hopefully the world is fine, but let's cut down the tree. Okay, yeah, we definitely did not cut it all down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark it down like this, and then we're gonna trim everything off the top. Then we can plant it one more time, and that should be the perfect height. But yeah, this is so much wood. By the way, how many axes did we go through? We definitely burned up my other axe, and we burned up a little bit of this axe. So it was a little bit less than 1 full axe, which is entirely proof that it wasn't the axe's fault, and it's definitely a game limitation. But that's fine. It's probably set so you don't crash your game, and I think that's fair. So anyway, I'm gonna collect all this, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. And we're back. So yeah, I ended up just burning down that tree. It's a lot easier than having to cut it down by hand. So we're all good now. And what I figured we would go do, because I can't start another building project today, unless I want this to be a 300-day video. So I figured we would go back through the teleporters, and we would do a bit of exploring, even though I'm going to be freezing the entire time. So maybe we don't go that far. It should be around here. Like here-ish? I think it was just one singular block. Oh, here it is. So yeah, we're just gonna check out some of the ruins. Maybe we can find something cool. Like more blueprints would be amazing. So let's go through the first one. And we're here. We're just gonna check out the stuff up here. We got this over here, and if we don't find anything cool, then we can just go through the next one. We immediately do got a trader here. There should be something on this landmass right over there. Okay, yeah, there's definitely something there. So let's head over. So we got a moose, a baby moose, some foxes in the back. Hello, sir. I'll be liberating you from your leather. Yep. Just be like that. I'm sorry. It had to be this way. I probably need to make some more fur clothes sometime. So not bad to collect. And there's some deer. Okay, what do we have here? Very interesting. My imagination always wants to know what was this. What could have it been? A torch holder. I'll be taking that. A vessel. Okay, some cattails. And a book. Don't mind if I do. And was that it? I think that might have been it. We'll climb to the top just to make sure. Oh, a vessel. A food vessel. Any vintage beef? No. Ooh, a farming vessel. No seeds. Yeah, we need some seed vessels. Okay, that seemed like it was it. So we're gonna head to this one next. Hopefully we have better luck over there. Hello, trader. Which one do you happen to be? A building materials trader. I can buy wallpaper. I really need to mess around with those shingles. Oh, look at the chalk. See, I really want to find some chalk. I know that there's some cool building blocks that we can use chalk for, and I have yet to see any on this world. I need to go on a huge adventure again. Well, I definitely need to go south, so maybe we'll do that in the spring, later this video. I might not be joking there, we'll see. Okay, so it should be in front of me. What could it be? Okay, there it is. Very interesting. What is that? Huh, got like a little destroyed village here. Any vessels? Any loot? I'm a big fan of loot. I don't see any around the outside stuff. How about in here? It's hard to tell because my screen is all frozen. Yep. A seed vessel. No new seeds. Okay, we got some rice seeds. Husbandry book. A farming vessel. Well, that wasn't amazing, but it's some free stuff. Was that about everything over here? I do see some small stuff over here. But yeah, obviously there'd be more if we went exploring. Oh, a vessel. Forage vessel. Another book. Wait, I got some bee grenades. I need to throw that at something. But while we're out, if I find a bear or something, I'm gonna throw one of those at it. See what it does. Can I make those? Bee grenade. Wait, fireworks? Are fireworks in this game? Okay. Primitive survival mod. Well, we're gonna have to test that out. A snow-nade? So if I get some snow, we can turn the bee-nade into a snow-nade. The only way that we can make a bee grenade is by smelting a snow-nade. So anyway, let's go back down. We're probably gonna have to take a stop back at the base to sleep again. Empty out some of my inventory. Then we're gonna go through the second teleporter and check out some of the ruins that are over there. There was that cool sandcastle thing, and it would be really cool to check that out. So let's head back inside. Oh yeah, real quick while it's nighttime, let me show you this when it's lit up. Look, it just looks so cool. But you can see it's completely lit up, and it looks so cool compared to the just dark mountains over there. It just really pops during the night. But anyway, let's go to the bedroom, and let's go to sleep. And we're up. Okay, so I'm gonna empty out my inventory, and I'm gonna grab some food. We're gonna go check on the chickens again. Make sure that they're all fed. See if we got any new ones. Then we'll head out in the morning. Alright, let's go check on the chickens. Get you guys some food. Hey guys, that's a 7. Okay, we got multiple 7s in here. I need to separate you. Okay. Open that, that, and that. Come on, into the other room. I hate you guys running away. Okay, both of those are 6s. Let's get you. Then how about you? Don't want to shoot the one in the back. Come on. Okay. Yep, you're a 7. I see the one running outside. Take your guys' food and feathers. Don't mind if I do. So that's a 7 right there, which means all the other ones can die, except for the rooster, like you. No, you're a 7. All right, you get to live. Let's let the rooster out. Come on, buddy. What? There we go. Okay, so the chickens have been dealt with. They're still running away from me, which is funny. How many more generations do I need? Well, I guess we'll find out one day. And we might as well go feed the other animals while we're at it. Let's feed the pigs. Wait. I only have a boar. Where did my sow go? Oh no. No, that's not good. Luckily, I have some backup ones. Where could have it gone? Did it escape? And if it did, I didn't leave the doors open. So it should be like right here if it did. Did something kill it? Oh, there's a boar. I'll grab a large cage. And we'll see about grabbing a new one. However, let's look around, see if he somehow escaped. Oh, okay, that's a Gen 1. That is not quite what we're looking for. There's a boar. Generation 4. Okay, I need you to get in. Oh, one tap. How are they getting through? I feel like they're getting pushed through the glass. I really have no idea. Okay, let's put you in there. We're just gonna get rid of the cage. I need you to stay. Yep, so 2 Gen 4s. That's perfect. Yeah, eat up. Give me a Gen 5. I can put that back. And everybody should be happy. It's crazy how dark these winters get. It's already 6 and still no sun. And it gets dark super early as well. So there's not a lot of time to go do stuff. But we shall continue anyway. I gotta go put away the food. And I'll meet you guys back at the teleporter. Okay, so we're at the second teleporter. Let's go through. And here we are. Hopefully we'll have better luck up here. It should be daytime. However, it's still dark. It's 8 a.m. Oh, by the way, this is where I did all my quarrying, I think. I'm mostly sure of it. Right here? Yeah, there it is. Oh man, it's so dark in there. Let's get up before something tries to eat me. And we're up. So we went to this last time, which we still have those unknown blocks, which one of you guys did suggest that I should reload my game whenever I see these. And those are there once again, and I've definitely reloaded multiple times since we've been here. So yeah, I think that's just a permanent thing here. And there's another. Oh, that's so sad to see, but whatever. If I'm correct, we should be able to see that. That is where we're going. It looks so menacing up there. It has to have something. Also, I'm curious to see if there's anything cool over there, but there is a cow. Hey, cow. I have something for you. Sorry, but you have to be my test subject today. Let's right click and throw. Oh, I think I got him. I got it so close. Yep, it's eating him. Wait, are you mad at me? Do you know that I did it? Wait, does he actually? Or is he just running away? No, he's definitely coming for me. How do you know that I did that? Could have been anybody, but I'll take the food, why not? And there we go. And let's continue on. Yeah, I don't think the bee nades actually do much damage. There's probably some cool stuff that you can do with it, but I assume it's for people to annoy their friends on multiplayer servers and stuff like that. Oh, a bunch of cows. I'll let you guys be. I'm saving my bee grenades for a wolf or something. A bear would be even better. But we're here. Look at this place. That is cool. All right, so what do we have here? What is that? I think that's obsidian. Hello, chicken. I don't think I've ever seen obsidian. Yeah, there it is. Can I break it? I can. The obsidian stone. Okay, I hear a lot of movement. It doesn't sound very friendly. Yet there's something in there. Oh, hey. That was rude. Let's get you out of here. 2 shots. I guess we'll start in there. Can I get up there? Yep. Okay. Hello. Let's get you out of here. There we go. And nothing up here. Loot you. 1 flax. Very cool. Is there anything else? Am I supposed to climb this? I don't see why not. Oh. A barricade. What you got in here? I hear a bunch of guys. Oh, crap. Hey, where'd you come from? Wait, I think you have to give me a gear, right? I think so. Yes. And a part. Okay, what do you have in here? Some rods that just have feathers. A chest. Some aged wood stuff. Ooh, I'll take that. I'll take the lure. I'll take the pin. I'll take that part. A bunch of candles. Can I take that? What if I break it? I can. We got 2 candles. Sick. Now, where did the double-headed drifter come from? I assume it's got to be like up there. But let's head down. We're going to check out this part first. Seems like there's nothing. Anything over here? It seems like a tower. Do you think there's anything in it? Could I just break through? Okay, no. Nope. Definitely nothing in it. I was hoping it'd be hollow. Doesn't seem like anything here either. There is this. What you got? Nothing? Surely this has something around it. Ooh. Meteoric iron. Hey, I'll take it. You can tell that this is where their nether portal was. Let's take this. Seems like that was all there was. Wait, no, I definitely need to get up there. Is there an actual staircase? That's the question. Maybe up this way? No. I'm looking. Maybe up this way? Nope. I don't have any blocks to get up there either, so hold on. We'll dig up some dirt. It just seems like there has to be something up there. Surely that's enough. So let's head up. Got some cool rusted pipes. I really want to see if I can pick that up. Let's see if there's anything here. Nope. Then up we shall go. Okay, there it is. Rusted pipe, but it's broken. And that's broken. Anything here? Not that I can tell. Further up we go. There's a cool beam structure. Yeah, that's just support beams. Okay, there's something over there. Hopefully that is loot. A ruined pump. We got some pipe branch with valves. Can I pick that up? I can. And rusty iron block. Yeah, I don't think there's anything up here. Wait. There is something up there. I need to dig into there. Hold on. We'll go up a couple blocks. And we're breaking through. Here it is. Wait, this place was hollow. Some cool bookshelves. We'll go down. A large intact globe. We're taking that. Group of 4 levers. I was hoping it would do something. Oh, this is how we're supposed to get in? Was there an actual staircase up here? I don't see one. Well, let's go down even further. Ooh. Glass relic? I'll be taking that. Look at that. Well, we'll definitely take that home. I don't think it does anything. I think it's just a chiseled block. But, why not? Ooh, a chest. A health hammer mold. A book. Some wallpaper. And I think this is it. Well, I'll go to the very, very top. Yep, here we are. Now we can have a look around. Bunch of quartz. I think that's chert. I see bauxite. Any other cool ruins nearby? That's where I came from. Yeah, I don't quite see anything, sadly. How about on the map? Okay, so I've been over here, that's for sure. And yeah, I don't really see anything. I guess I could potentially walk this way. See if we unlock any new ones. Oh, look at that. There's Olivine. Okay, let's get down. Preferably safely. Hop onto this. And down we go. Yeah, see, stuff like this is so insanely cool. And I hope that we get similar stuff like this in the base game, because this is so cool and so well done. The Better Ruins mod is just a must-have. And I can't wait to find some of the really, really cool ones. Because I've been told that there's some cool raid dungeon kind of stuff, and I'm very interested in finding that. But I should probably head back to the base. It is 15 after all. And during the winter, that's practically night. We have like another hour or 2. So down the ladder we go. Oh, hey, that was rude. Uncalled for. You used my quarry and this is how you treat me? Is he coming down? Now he's stuck. Okay. Let's go before he figures it out. And through the portal we go. Wow, I hear stuff behind me. Quicker, please. And we're out. Let's go through the other one. And we should be back home. Yes, we are. Oh. Hey, dude. Don't mind me. See, this is why we need to light up everything. I need to find an insane amount of copper. Did he just disappear? Yeah, he totally did. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna light up everything within these walls. Then we'll finally be safe. But anyway, I'm gonna go put this down real quick. Can I put it as a topper to this? I can. It's like it was made for it. Apparently it's a relic. I don't get that, but hey, cool. Also got a cool globe. As the king, I aspire to take over the globe, so leave that next to me so I know what I'm doing. And I gotta go put away everything else. See, I did get some more Jonas parts, and I think I do need some of them. Wait, this one requires a blueprint? Oh, so I can craft it. Yeah, I need to find one of these. The blueprint mod? Then we can find a bunch of copper nickel? Copron nickel? Ah, you guys know what I mean. Then we can start to work for the night vision mask. Electrum and lead. I probably have some of these parts already. Or the ability to make one. Wait. Dual valence emitter, so we definitely have that. Hold on, we're gonna go check what I have. What if I already have most of the stuff? I probably won't use it, but I definitely want it. So this is most of my Jonas pieces. I actually don't think I have any of the other parts. So that's sad. We're just gonna have to make it or find it. I think very soon, I'm gonna work on some sort of farm for the drifters. I'm aware that there's already been some videos on trying to farm the drifters. However, I think I want to take a crack at it myself and see what I can do. And if it doesn't work or not as good as I'd like it to be, then I'll take a look at some of the other videos and see about adding some of the mechanics to ours. But either way, I feel like it'd be awesome. And at the very least, we get a ton of gears. Then it might actually be worth it trying to buy stuff from traders. Which I have decided that we are going to be getting that trader mod. And we're going to attempt to fill up our village. And with the farm, we're going to have the ability to get so many things that I'm not able to get right now. And that would be pretty awesome. By the way, look at the gate from here. Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Last video, we did a lot of progress on that wall and added a really cool gatehouse over there. And yeah, I must say that this place is looking much different. The wall isn't even done. It needs some guard towers, banners, flags. Some of you had some really good ideas for like that mountain right there, where we add some towers on top, possibly like right there at that peak. Maybe one like right there, and we have a small little trail that goes up to it. We'll probably get one up there as well, have a little lit path that goes up to it, and I think it would just look amazing. However, I'm gonna take a break from that today, as that is another very big project, and I just want to do some things that are fun. So you guys did tell me where to get the first clue for the Better Ruins mod, the dungeon or whatever it is. I gotta be honest, I don't even know what it is. All I know is that there's something big, and it has to do with the Better Ruins, which means that we need to go find a luxury trader. I might even have one marked. Let's see. Treasure hunter, building trader, cloth trader, comm trader. What does that even stand for? It's been such a long time. Farmer, furniture, survival goods, furniture, agriculture, furniture, building trader, commodities, survival good, luxury trader. No, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, what's that X? What is Lux? Why did I put that there? Oh, that's the village right there. And it's so far out here. That's like 26,000 blocks out. That'll be interesting for sure. So let me go empty out my inventory. This is from the last trip that we went out and did. And I don't need all this on me. There we go. We're all good. I do have some food, and I'm already geared up for an adventure just because we came back from one. I guess I should grab more food. Go into our nice cellar. Man, I still love coming into here. This is probably my favorite block. It just looks so different compared to all the other ones. Maybe in future playthroughs, I'll have to use it for some sort of big building. Maybe another castle, but be like an evil castle or an abandoned castle, like a ruined one. It's always an option. Okay, so I do got some bread already in there. Lots of rot. So much rot. I'm just gonna do the tried and true method of making some pies. I think that would be good for an adventure. Actually, I should probably do bread. It just seems to last so much longer, especially when we burn it. See, my bread right here will only last 2 more days. So yeah, I'm gonna get some burnt bread real quick, and I'll be back with you guys in just a second. So see you then. Alright, I'd say we're about done. I have plenty of burnt bread. I feel like that's one of my best options when it comes to bread. Just because everything spoils so quickly. Because these playthroughs are so long, makes it easier to keep track of. Okay, so we gotta go through that teleporter over there. It'll teleport us a decent chunk that way, and that'll be the start of our journey. By the way, speaking of teleporters, I also grabbed the mod that allows us to mess with the teleporters a bit. Did that chicken just hop? Y'all saw that, right? I'm sorry, what now? At least we still have some in there. Wait, yeah, look at that one. How are you guys getting out? There's a bunch of chickens out here. Well, I guess it's a chick. My poor Generation 7s. They're somehow popping out of this window. Oh, whatever, we'll get more. It's fine. Anyway, downstairs we go. And yeah, so you can see on it, it says I can break it with a steel pickaxe, which is very easy. And I'm not going to mess around with it because I don't want to brick this one. But later on, we're going to have to find more. That way I can set up custom ones. And it's going to be amazing because we'll be able to throw one down at the base. We'll set up a key for it. Then we can take one with us on a journey. And we can set it up when we want to come back home. And then we can also just teleport back to the same one to resume our journey. So like when we go south, which we're going to have to do again. Because I missed peanuts and pineapples. And I guess there's also a tree that I missed. Stuff like that. So we're gonna have to go another 60,000 blocks out that way. And with teleporter translocator, we're gonna be able to make that much easier. And instead of having to do that a bunch more times, I get to do it just one more time. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Oh, Lux. I guess that's for a luxury trader. That would make a lot of sense. I get it now. So I'm gonna spend some time. I'm basically just gonna freeze my way over and we're gonna get to that trader. Then I'm gonna find out that I needed some sort of item. Then we're probably gonna have to come all the way back, grab said item, and then head back there. So yeah, this is gonna be another big trip. I really wish I had one nearby, but whatever. So anyway, I'm not gonna make you guys... Oh god. That's just a polar bear. What? Why didn't my first two hit him? Come on, die. Die. He's dead. Okay, now that was just a brown bear, okay. And a female one. I'll be taking that, thank you. And the bones. Now where did all my arrows go? Yeah, why didn't my first two arrows hit him? I swear that should have. The game is making me feel worse than I am. And I'm already pretty bad. I don't need that. So anyway, again, I'm just gonna be heading there. And I'm not gonna make you guys sit through all this. So unless I find something cool, I'll meet you guys there. Hey, so welcome back. I'm currently freezing, but don't mind that. I just happened to find somebody on the trip. I slightly deviated from our path, and you can tell from my original path we were going up and then left. However, I saw a light over here, and now we have a luxury trader here, so it's perfect. Now I gotta talk to this guy. Anything special you're selling? He has a map that might interest me. It marks the location of an ancient tower, once used by a renowned group of warriors, the Forlorn Hope. I'll take the map. How much is it? This map isn't something I'll part with lightly. For 10 rusty gears, it's yours. Okay, so now I gotta go get 10 gears. Well, first, I'll be using your bed, sir. Good night, trader. And we're up. And it's still nighttime. By the way, something I realized is I didn't even burn the food. I guess spelt bread just always looks like it's burnt. I thought that 16 days was short, but I didn't read it. I only looked at it and surely thought it was burnt. I was wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna freeze my way back to the base, get 10 gears, and then I'll be back again. So see you then. And we're back. So I did grab my gears. Let's ask him about it again. I'll say I'll take the map. I now want to buy that map we talked about. And here's my coins. Or gears. My bad. So now he can tell me about it. However, I don't want to spoil it. I do know it's a tower from speaking to him already. And we'll just learn about it by going to it. The best kind of way. So let's pop the map. And where is it taking me? Down here? Yep, Forlorn Hope Tower. Oh my, yeah, it's really far out again. Actually, it's not even that bad. The original Lux trader that I was trying to go to was much further out. It's pretty close to the Lazarate. Well, hey, I'm still pretty geared. I did empty out my inventory, and I don't see any reason why not to just head there. So that's what we're gonna go do now. By the way, I see something really cool over there, and if I can get there without freezing to death, we'll definitely have to go check it out. Look, it's like an overhang right above the river. That is cool. At least from here. We'll get a little bit closer. See, I told you guys I would show you if I found anything cool. This definitely seems to be it. I'm not going to get any closer, but look at that. Imagine having a base on the sides here, then making some sort of bridge on top. And there seems to be 2 of them. Yeah, that could be a cool base location. However, I don't think I'm going to be moving anytime soon. So we'll just go ahead and leave it. Anyway, I'm going to continue and I'll see you guys in a bit. You know, there's something about these long walks that I do. They really are just pretty enjoyable as long as I don't get attacked. It's very calm and peaceful. Get to see new things. This looks like a new trader. A treasure hunter trader. Unfortunately, I don't need you, sir. So I'm gonna use your bed. These guys are so kind. Yeah, you. They let you use their own bed and they never complain. How nice. Anyway, back to the walk. Ooh, I don't think that's the tower I'm going to, but we are gonna check that out. I've definitely been here before too, which is interesting. Have I been to this? I guess we'll find out. By the way, something I've noticed, I'm trying to walk to, and I think it's that. There looks like a giant shadow over there, but I can't see it anymore. But I'm mostly sure I was looking at that. That is so cool. I wonder if it's a mod. Does it do that in vanilla? But it is that. It's not foggy over here. Hopefully it's not foggy right there. Oh. Okay, it disappeared for half a second. That was a little bit worrying, but here we are. Seems like another tower. Oh no. Oh no. Look at them. They just keep popping out. Wait, can they climb walls? Dude, I've never noticed that. How long have they been able to do this? Okay, so it's definitely some sort of tower. Oh. You leave me alone. Where'd you go? Oh. Oh no, I fell. Get rid of you. Yeah, they're just popping out. I'm guessing there's spawners really close to those windows and they're just shooting out of them. Hey. Hey. There we go. Okay. I feel like they're just gonna infinitely spawn. Let's try to get... Oh my. Yep, this is rough. Let's get you. More are coming. Let's try to go in. Look at the anvils. Oh, that's a spawner. Can I break you? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, up. Got him. Is there anything I want? I'm trying to do this quickly. Coffin. Oh, why didn't I shoot there? Okay. Smithy. Interesting copper chest with grass. Have I been here? That looked looted. However, look at this. I can't even say that word. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, let's go up the stairs. Let me out. They've done it. They've trapped me. Storage. Ooh, I like to hear that. A pine seed. Dude, I think I've looted this. Have I been here? Wait. Ooh. Oh, it was like a helmet. Ooh, another one. I swear, how these are placed, I feel like I must have looted them. Oh, another crown. No way I would have left that behind. Like, there was a chance before, but now that I see that crown, not a chance I would have left that. Collector's haul. I'm a collector. I'll be taking all this, thank you. My inventory is going to be so full. Oh, yeah. Ah, worth it. This is the kind of stuff I live for. I don't need the cloth. I got a Jonas piece there. Another one right there. Another something. Gem. Got some rusty gears. Okay, my inventory is so full. Let's go up. A large book. A chest. More pieces. Oh, a map. Map to coal mine. Flower pot. I do need to start using those more. Okay, there's the staircase. Oh, another piece. And a butterfly. Okay, this is bad. My inventory is so full. And there's still half a tower. This is the kitchen. I assume that there's not much in here that I want other than this. Can I pick you up? There we go. Yeah, I can leave all the pots and stuff. I can make those at any time. Another chest. Another piece. More pieces. Up we go. Is that like the kitchen storage? Terra Preta. Anvil mold. Ah, okay, that's fine. I had to get rid of something. Yeah, I don't care about the limonite. Terra Preta, though? That's coming home. Okay, up we go. What's that say? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is so cool, though. Screw it. Just keep going. Gear filling section. There he is. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Library command room. Yeah, we're just gonna get out of here. But I'm gonna have to come back. Okay, ladder. Go down. Oh, what the? Tapestry lore. Is this vanilla? No way it's vanilla, right? We're in the collector's room again. Yeah, we're gonna be coming back to this. Oh god, no, 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 no. I'm taking so much damage. I can't get out. Okay, we're just leaving. Oh my. Let's make some distance. I need to get my heals back out. Where'd they go? There they are. Okay, I'm gonna mark this down. We are coming back to this. Preferably with more looting slots. That bow torty's coming for me. So yeah, we're not even that far away from the teleporter. And I'm gonna go back, empty out our inventory. And I have something that might help with this. However, I did install something that it might be time to actually do. And it's the backpack mod. It allows us to make some cooler and cooler backpacks. And it might be worth doing. These are all mini. I would like a big one, please. Sturdy, tall backpack. Oh, I guess you gotta make like a mini one to make a bigger one. I do happen to have those extra bags. They should be lying around somewhere. I'd have to make some brass holders, I guess. Temporal gears. Can I use any jug? It seems like it, yeah. And I do have some extra sturdy leather. And a couple of extra gears. So if I make those backpacks, I can do these journeys better. It kind of sucks going on these journeys and then just getting your entire inventory full in like 2 seconds. Is that an actual Jonas part, by the way? I think it is. Oh, it's used for the base teleporting stuff. One of the things I hate the most is just going on these journeys, going like 10 feet, and then having to go and return. And I'm sure I'll have to do that with the new backpack. But maybe we could get some more stuff out of it, or just go a little bit further out. And yeah, that's why I downloaded that mod. I did speak about it in previous videos, my intentions of getting it. And I've actually had this downloaded for a little while now, and I just never did anything with it. I think I got it right after we went all the way down south. And my intentions were to craft one of these if we ever went back. But hey, if we're doing journeying stuff, I feel like it's the time. Plus, when it stops being winter, we are going down south. I think my goal is to go twice as far as we did the last time, and we're not coming back without the rest of the stuff. So anyway, I'll meet you guys back at the house, and we'll see if we can get one of those crafted. And either way, we're going right back. And we're back. Time to hear the most annoying sound known to man right now. Oh, I love that. I need to disable that though. Let's get out of there. So I need to go empty out my inventory. Then I'm gonna put some stuff together and see if we can at least get a couple backpacks up. So I emptied out my inventory. I did forget that we got a map to the coal mine. So let's go ahead and pop it. Now where did that take us? Okay, so the coal mine's down here. Oh, it's really far south. Oh my. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. I'm just a bit zoomed in. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So about 12,000 blocks out. It is actually a much easier walk. I wonder what that's about. It might possibly be a quicker walk. But before we even worry about that, we're gonna look into these, a sewing kit. I might be wrong, but I don't think that I can get sewing kits. Crafting, yeah, requires a clothier trait, but I can buy it from these guys. So that might be possible. Either way, we would need to start going for these first, which the only thing holding me back right now would be the torch holders, but I actually just got a couple, and I have a bunch around the base already. Good thing I always pick them up. I have a couple extra jugs. Oh wow, these can get so complicated. Like you can put tools on it. Interesting. This one's for iron tools, and I wonder if there's one for steel. I would assume so. Either way, we're going for this one, so let me go grab my extra backpacks. If I'm correct, they should be back at my other house. And there they are. Perfect. I knew saving these would be good. Now we head back to the base and we get the rest of the stuff required. Oh, okay. I guess we can do it with steel. However, how does it know I want steel? Oh, okay. I need steel bits. How do you get steel bits? So we take a chisel to a steel bar. I've never done that. So good thing I looked at this first, because I was not going to follow it. And yeah, so we need some sturdy leather, the bag I have, my knife. We're going to have to make some steel bits, a temporal gear, a torch, and the holder. All right, let me get all this ready. Okay, I think we're about ready. We're going to try to smash up some bits. I wonder if there's anything else that you can do with it. Now that I have a bit, could I put that in a crucible, then use it with molds? That really depends on this. What is your smelting temp? Yeah, definitely not. Dang, that could have been cool. So anyway, back to this. Steel equipment. Put the bits there, the backpack there, the torch holders there, jugs go there, gear there, knife there, torches there, and leather there. There we go. So I think I should just make 4 of these, if I can. What am I missing? Oh yeah, the gear. And these are upgradable, so we might as well just make all of them that I can. So there we go. And they do 13 slots. Oh, my sturdy leather backpack only does 8. For some reason, I thought they did more. So we could stop there but I think we can make the tall bag with them. So we'll need an axe, a pickaxe, more sturdy leather, which I definitely don't have enough for all of them, the sewing kit, a steel lantern, and some sort of shears. Wait, do I need a steel lantern? Yeah, I do. I can just have it be different. We're gonna have to work on getting those sewing kits. I can't do anything without them. So what I think we're gonna do is I'm quickly gonna go start up some more steel, because it's clear that we're gonna need it. Some sturdy leather also would be very useful. I haven't done this in such a long time. I need some chromium sulfate and the leather. So that means I need sulfuric acid and crushed chromite. Do I even have that anymore? Lime, quartz, chromite. I have 68. How much is required for sulfate? So 2 per 1 liter, and it takes 3 liters for one of these. So we need at least 15 of these sulfates for one batch, which I can do. I could actually do 2 batches. So yeah, we'll deal with this later, and I think that's it. We're gonna throw these on first. Oh yeah, look at that already. Oh, there's something in there. Hold on. Move everything to the top. Then we throw 1 bag on at a time. Throw it in the bottom. Second bag. No, everything needs to come to the bottom. Then we can throw on the top ones, just like that. Oh, wow. I can actually scroll through my inventory right now. That is cool. So, that being said, we're just gonna drop these down. For right now, right here will do. I'm really good at decorating, I swear. And in the morning, we're gonna head back out. Or I guess we can head out right now. It's already 4 in the morning. Yeah, I should be able to hold plenty more. And later on, we're gonna work on being able to hold much more. Oh yeah, I need to get some steel going. At the very least, we should do that. And when we're out, I'm gonna be looking for bears. That way we can get a bunch of leather ready. So that sounds like a plan. Hopefully the windmills are going. Not very fast. Yeah, they're going, so that's fine. We already got 9 ingots here, but that's not gonna be enough. So we need some more ingots. Luckily, it's going to be very easy with our windmill situation. Also, I did download Millwright, and I showed it off a bit in my mod video, and we are going to be adding it to this as well. This is already plenty fast, and I don't mind using the mod to get it to go even faster. Supposedly, with that mod, if I get enough flax, I should be able to get it to go 16 times as fast, which is just going to be insane. So I can't wait to try it out. Either way, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Either way, we're just doing it for fun, just to see how ridiculous we can get it. But yeah. I'm gonna sit here, I'm just gonna make a bunch of iron ingots, and I'll meet you guys over at the forge. We'll get some steel going, then we're gonna head out. So see you in a minute. Okay, we're ready. Man, being over here is so cool. That was such a good addition to the base. We're gonna have to add some more. I want to take that exact gate. Maybe we can put one like in that corner over there. Wait, no, because that's where the canal's gonna go, which I might end up doing something very similar to this without that little gate part. And I feel like it's got to be taller. So maybe we put another gate behind that building, something like that. Either way, we'll deal with that later. And for now, we're just gonna get this set up. So coal, the ingots, coal, ingots, coal, ingots, coal, ingots, coal. I think it's done. Let's drop this on top, close the door, charcoal down here, and light. I love how there's a torch holder here, but there's no torch in it. I need to go around and just replace them all. Yeah, see? No torch. How about over here? There isn't one. Up here? Nope. Yeah, there's so many torch holders in my world that just don't have any torches because I took it and didn't replace it. And that's a bit of a mistake. How about in here? Yep. No torch. No torch. That's just so funny. I need to replace them. So anyway, I'm gonna empty out my inventory one more time, and I guess I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow morning. Then we're gonna head out again. I got the forlorn tower first, so I'm gonna head to that one, but depending on how long that takes, we're probably also gonna get the black coal mine, but I got that one second, so we're gonna do that one next. I got that one out of a different tower, which I feel like isn't a quest on its own. Unless we're going to another tower that's identical to the one that we already looted. That would be kind of funny. Actually, I'm impatient, and we're just gonna head out now. It's not that big of a deal either way. However, I am grabbing my old flax, just in case. Did I ever make a steel one? I don't think I did. So yeah, this one will do. So let's head through the teleporter. Let's head up. Hey guys, don't mind me just climbing by here. Stay down there. Hey. Not cool. These guys are so rude, I swear. So anyway, I'm gonna freeze on over to the tower. I'm actually gonna skip the one that we went to. We'll probably go back to it one day, but we have a lot of exploring to do today. I'm not sure how big the tower is gonna be, as well as the coal mine. So I want to get these out of the way. Plus, I don't want to fill up at that tower again because we only did like half. Not even a full half, actually. We didn't even loot the top floors. And because it's winter, I don't want to have to do a million back and forth trips. I've already done enough of freezing today. And we got a lot more to go. So I'm going to try to minimize that. Perhaps there'll be another spring thing to do. So yeah, I'm going to head right over. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh yeah, it goes without saying. Even though I'm going to say it. I'm going to be hunting on the way there. Did I get him? Oh no. Where did he go? I can't even see him. I assume he's in the water. Okay, well, I think there was another one. Yeah, there he is. Hey, buddy. I need your leather. I'm trying to make backpacks. No, no, don't you run away too. Stop. I can't even see him. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Am I shooting too high? There we go. I'm trying to get some of my arrows. I don't even have a lot. And we gotta go do a tower. Perhaps we use some of that steel I just got and we make some more arrows. At least before we go to the coal mine, you know? Not like I'm gonna go back now. Ooh, a trader. I'm gonna be using your shelter, thank you. A treasure hunter, okay. Good night, sir. I'll see you in the morning. And we're up. By the way, I did forget to mention again, I added another mod from my showcase, and it's called Better Traders. I think the wagons that we've seen might be part of it. Don't they seem a bit different than usual? A little bit more wide. So if we venture off into new locations, we might see some cool trader huts, maybe a little trader caravan. Some of the traders have their own houses now, and they're not in just little wagons. And there's a whole bunch of variety to them. However, it doesn't affect them any other way. So it was a no-brainer to add it. It's just really cool. And hopefully we see some cool new ones. But yeah, anyway, I'll be hunting and freezing. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, we're getting close. Should be right up here. I did get a bunch of leather and food. But you can see a lot of it is going bad. And I think that the hide's gonna go bad as well. So I guess that was kind of pointless. But hey, whatever. Got some ruins here. That's all good. I heard a bear. There it is. However, I'm just gonna leave it. At this point, I don't need more rot right now. I mean, I could always use more rot. However, we have fruit and berries and stuff like that. So it's pretty much unlimited. And there's no way I'm getting that hide back in time. So it's a bit of a shame, but whatever. I'm sure there's gonna be some great stuff here. Better Ruins has never let me down. And I don't expect it to today. Oh, I think that's it. By the way, there's no snow here. Which is very odd. I wonder if it's because of the biome. Or maybe it has to do with the tower. Kind of like the devastation. However, I don't see a bunch of enemies here. So we got that going for me. Got some hot springs. Very cool. And what the? Okay. This is one of the traders. I was so confused. Who are you, by the way? You're a survival goods trader. Yeah, you can see he's got his own little tractor here. It's partly in the ground, which is not normal. And he's even got a little trader tent. And we'll be seeing stuff like that quite often. But there it is. Oh yeah, that looks so cool. I hope it doesn't have a bunch of locusts. That's all I'm saying. By the way, I love this giant flat area. And it's all surrounded by mountains and stuff. It's very cool. Ooh, a bear. He's walking right to it. Watch him come up behind me and try to attack me. And of course, there's locusts. Come on, buddy. Okay, another one. Let's get my arrow. Seems like they're just gonna infinitely spawn like usual. Oh god. There's so many. Come on, hit him. Oh god. Yep, this is bad. This is really bad. Come on, grab the arrows. Let's get these guys and let's go in. I hear so many. Do these drop loot? Come on. Come on. I just need to kill enough to run inside. Okay, close the door. Oh god, they're in here. Oh, there's so many. Okay, close that door again. How about in here? This is not good. Let's get you. Okay, we're opening this one. Oh, didn't expect you. Come on, buddy. He's throwing rocks. Okay, come on, die. Oh no, I got stuck. Okay, we're doing fine. Oh god, saw blade. What is this place? Okay, got him. Let's get you. Come on, buddy. You're kind of tanky. Come on. Okay. I don't see the bear. We're doing good. We need to make it inside. We need to get rid of some of these spawners. Let's get you. Okay. Okay, where's the spawners? Here's one. Break, break, break. Okay. Any more? I think we're good for now. This is the smithy. Wait. This looks oddly familiar to the place we just came from. Was I already in the Forlorn Tower? Yeah, look at this storage. I think we just found a duplicate, but this one definitely looks more alive. Take your lore books. I'll take that. I think I already have that on. No. No, I do not. Map to the coal mine. Shovel. Ooh, armor. Bracelets. A music box. More lore. This place again. Well, I definitely want the Jonas pieces. However, I'm going to leave most of it behind. But yeah, I can definitely see myself using the Jonas pieces. My inventory is already getting pretty bad. Get my heals ready. Got this. Is the Terra Preta still here? I forget where that was. If I survive, I'll have a look around. Let's go up. No, I definitely got into here. Wait, Terra Preta? Yep. And we got another bell. It's a cannon event. He should be right here. No. There's two of them. Let's get you. Come on. Die. 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 You're such a tank. Oh, guy under me. Die. Okay, we got one. I don't know where the other one is. It's like you're under me right here. Yep. Let's get him out of here. He fell. Come on, man. Just die. Okay, he's dead. Dropped a bunch of Jonas pieces. Oh, we're in the armory. Aged armor stand. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Come on, shoot. Shoot. Anything I can take? Is that damaging me? Oh, the spikes. Okay, heal. Okay, we're fine. I need to go down. Need my arrows, the Jonas pieces. The scroll, the lore. Okay, doesn't seem like there's a lot of important stuff below me. Quicker. Okay. Okay. Die. I hit one down there too. Let's get the Jonas piece. I'm getting hurt on those spikes. Okay, yeah, I don't think I need to be down there. Let me up. I hate the spikes so much. We are gonna go back up. So that does seem to have something on it. Oh yeah, I can take it. Forlorn Hope Breastplate. Oh, that's actual armor. I almost left this stuff behind. Can I take that? Yep. My inventory's already full. How about stuff on that? No. Was that everything? I think we got everything up here. We're gonna continue up. Got some sort of machine. Chest. Paintings. I hear a lot of stuff moving. Oh god, oh god. There he is. It's a saw blade. Another chest. Floor, amulet, that stuff. Give me that. Okay, there's a saw blade up here. Where are you, buddy? Okay, loot this. A paper. Jonas piece. You stuck on the stairs? Oh, he's under me now. Oh. Die. Jeez, those things are so tanky. Okay, up we go. The library command room. Cartography stuff. Ooh. Metalworkers Jonas lamp blueprint. That is a good find. More of these, but I can't do anything with them. Oh, another one. My inventory is so full. Okay, that's gotta go. Carpenter's bed blueprint. More lore and stuff I can't take. What is that? Parchment, globe. Yeah, I'll live without the lore. It's always the first thing to go. There's another ladder. Oh, vintage beef. I'm a collector of that. Okay, random bits of coal can go. Let's grab that. Some cool beds. Ladder that goes up. And it seems to be this guy. What do we have here? I don't think there's anything up here. But we did it, guys. We made it to the top. I'm freezing. By the way, the backpack looks so cool on me when you can see it. Yeah, see it? But we did it. And my backpack is so full now. And I gotta get back home, but real quick. While I'm up here, I might as well just have a quick look around. See if I see anything at all. Which I don't, except for a lot of hot springs. That is so many clumped together. The block up here looks so cool. I think that's like andesite and shale. That mixes together really good. Corroded brass blocks. Interesting. Yeah, this tower was insanely well done. And I must say, this feels like it could have been part of the base game. And it's honestly a lot better than something like the Lazarate or something. And yeah, I really like this place. Oh, I missed the blueprint. And a bunch of Jonas pieces. Okay, that can go, and that can go. We're just trying to get out of here now. We're near the bottom. There it is. Let's leave. Look at all the locust bodies. Yeah, that place was cool. Yeah, Vintage Story devs, I know you're not watching this, but it's very clear to see that you should pay the guys that did this to add it to the base game or something, or hire them if they were willing. I see that they've been hiring people. I couldn't recommend anybody more than these guys. Wow, how did I miss this? It's right next to the trailer. This thing is so cool. I don't think there's anything for me to do here, but that's cool. Everything they do is cool. Oh, actually that might be part of Better Traders. That's a cool one too. But yeah, that was insanely worth it. We even got a full set of armor and it does seem to be damaged. However, we're gonna try it out when we get home. Right now I only have one goal and it's to store this loot. So yeah, I'm gonna head back home. Then we're probably gonna head right out to that coal mine. If it's half as cool as this place, then it's gonna be awesome. I can sense it. And welcome back. This is the new armor I got, by the way. I think it looks pretty cool. And looking at the stats, it seems relatively good. Its healing debuff isn't that bad. I don't really care about the hunger rate. It's not very good for range, but it seems pretty good. Also, I can repair it because right now it is damaged, so I can fix it and it'll get better durability. It seems like its protection tier will be up and the debuffs are mostly the same. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that sometime. However, I don't have gold. Either way, right now, I'm gonna be throwing my armor back on because I really do like my leather armor. Or sturdy leather, my bad. So I'm gonna put this away. I gotta burn some more food. Then we're heading right to the coal mine. By the way, I think there are more locations. So maybe we'll have another map at the coal mine. However, I have no idea. Either way, if we find another one, it's definitely gonna be on our list of things to do. So let's head down to the basement. I shall grab some rye flour this time. Head back upstairs. Grab my nice bucket. And I'm gonna be making some more bread for the trip. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So the bread is done. However, I gotta make some more arrows. I only have 15 left. And that might not be enough. So we're just taking my remaining steel. We're just gonna turn into arrows real quick. Which should go pretty quickly with this. The wind does seem to be going. So the wind speed is 87% right now. Which means it's definitely not full speed. But it's definitely going pretty quick. Let's get all these. And with the mod that I have, it can actually go ahead and make us our arrowheads very easily. That was so quick. Oh yeah, this is so nice. All health hammers workable is such a good mod, and I very much so enjoy it. But there we go. That's 27, which will be plenty for now. So I'm gonna go ahead, add some more coal to our steel over there, because now we are officially out. Then I should probably go ahead and make another bow stave. My bow is looking pretty damaged. But after that, we can go to bed and head on out. Yep, it does seem that I ran out. That's to be expected. Drop some more right in. Light and light. Okay, there we go. So all I need is my saw and 2 logs. Then we can make that bow stave. We're gonna have to let it sit for a while. Hopefully I don't break my bow, because I don't really use melee, and it would be a shame to not have a bow. I think I still have my old one, the long bow. That's got to be somewhere. Okay, so it seems like I completely lost my saw, and that's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping it would be right here. I can't find it in the other house. I can't find it here. I have no idea what happened to it, and I don't have steel to replace it. I could make an iron one. However, we're gonna have steel in a little bit, so I'll just take my old bow, which is damaged by itself. Oh my. But hopefully the 2 bows that I have can last until that steel is done. Then we'll craft a new bow stave immediately. Hopefully it's not a big deal. I can't promise anything though. By the way, something I've noticed is something weird is happening on my paths. Look at the snow. It's like it's been chiseled, only the corners. However, it doesn't do it when it's going this way. It's a very weird thing I've spotted. Not a big deal. Very easy to overlook, but it just confuses me a little bit, but whatever. So anyway, let's go to sleep. And we're up. I just gotta get the arrows made, then we can head right out. Okay, 1 stack of sticks, the arrowheads, and the feathers. Craft. Now we got 42. That should be fine. Now we gotta head all the way down here. It's about 12,000 blocks out, and it's that way. So I gotta figure a way out. I don't want to have to run all the way to the gate and then around. Surely I can hop over this, right? Yeah, I think the plan is definitely put a gate on this wall. I think it would be pretty useful. But for now, we're gonna try to do this. Oh, that one's 3 blocks tall. We'll break that block and that block. Now we're up. I don't even think I showed you guys the inside of this. However, I did a ton of beaming, and this probably took longer to do than most of the wall itself. This section in particular, the beams are really fighting me. I swear it's a directional thing. Because when I did this on that wall over there, no issues. Not a single beam was misplaced. When I did it here, pretty much every other beam was misplaced. Every single time I do a beaming project, a lot of it goes really smoothly. But then I do the same exact thing on like a different direction, and it just starts to have massive problems. And it's a bit unfortunate. Soon we'll be able to just boat through. Oh my. I don't even have any blocks to get out of here. We're gonna have to pickaxe our way up. But anyway, soon we'll be able to just boat through this area, and I won't have to worry about it. At least that's my plan. Okay, we're out. All good. No more falling in holes. Just one big adventure. I expect it to be a little bit difficult because of the ocean, but I'll manage. And I'll see you guys if anything interesting happens. However, I kind of doubt it because a lot of this is already explored. So it's not like we're going to find any new ruins, except for the ruin that we're going to. But if I do find something cool, I'll let you guys know. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I did end up finding something. This is a pretty cool house. It's got like a little yard back here. It's got a well that seems to be filled up by hay. Do you think there's anything under it? My axe can break it. I don't think there's anything under it. Okay. Oh, it's a barn. This is neat. Anything in it though? Got some ruined buckets. Yeah, I don't think there's any loot. Maybe up there? Nope. I'm probably missing something. But yeah, this is a pretty cool building to find. Not every building we need to find has to have an incredible amount of loot. And by the way, if you look in the bottom left, it is March 9th. And the snowflake symbol is gone. And it's symboling that it's officially spring, which has made this much easier. Let me throw that down. I don't need it. Traveling during the spring is so much easier. However, it's still a bit cold. It's 33 degrees out. But just give it a little bit and it's going to start to be warm out. And I have some big plans for the spring. Our biggest trip down south is going to happen. I expect that to be like 100,000 blocks out that way. And I'm going to bring a teleporter. That way I don't have to walk back. I have some stuff to do back at the base. Like I want to upgrade our animal situation. Our barn is pretty cool. However, I feel like we need a bigger one. And I want the animals to have some outside space. Plus I need some room for my goats. So yeah, we got some stuff to do. We got another nice little trader here. This one's pretty cool and it has this again. So that wasn't from Better Ruins. That's actually from Better Traders. It's got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, is there 2 traders? Agriculture, and I think there's one up here. Nope, that's a Boathorn. Oh yeah, there's one. This one's a survival goods trader. However, oh, no, not again. Let's get out of here. There's a Boathorn, and I'd rather not get shot by him. But yeah, seeing the building over there and these traders means that we're in new land, new territory, and perhaps we'll see some new stuff. I'll keep my eye out, but I'm gonna continue. We should be there shortly. Okay, I do believe this to be it. Oh, it's like an industrial building. Very interesting. Oh, I do see a Boathorn. Hey, you're not supposed to be out here during the day. Come on. We have a curfew to uphold. What is this? Okay, it's a coat. I thought they were just hanging skin on the wall. That makes much more sense. Oh, okay, we got enemies. Okay, we got a lot of enemies. I hear you. You're on the other side of that wall. Got some more racks. Oh god. Let's try to get him. It's a shiver. Can I get you from here? Why can't I shoot through this? Let's get him. He's like the most dangerous and he ran away. Somebody to my left. Yep. Oh, no. I got stuck on that. Sir? Why can't I hit you? I hate this. The aiming in this game can be very weird. Oh god. Oh, where did you come from? Okay, you're dead. Come on. Okay, he's dead. Let's run through. We all good? I think we're good. We're gonna start with this building. The pump house. Okay, there's a guy right here. Wait, did I one hit you? I did? Okay, do I need to do something here? There is a lever. Shift click, nothing. You never know. I don't know what I'm walking into here. Ooh, coal. Coal at a coal mine? What will we see next? Jokes aside, this is pretty cool. Let's go up here real quick. Anything at all? No. Can I place torches? I can. Okay, we'll just get a couple up. Try to remove some of the spawns. Close the door behind me. It is getting dark too. Hello? Ooh, a chest. Parchment. I don't even know what that's for. Paper. I do want that. The king of the country. Why is this so durable? Wait. Oh. Okay. What is that? Old plank wall. Okay. I'll be taking that. Taking decorations back from my house. Can I pick that up? Nope. Okay, how are we doing in here? That's a cool oven. More paper. Ooh, a new mask. Some gloves. Leather, a lead ingot, Jonas parts, very cool. Got some scribe shoes on the ground. Why not? Can't pick up the bed. I think that's everything in there. This leads back out to here, and that house is done. Chest, another one of these. Jonas parts, love to see it. A metal tank. Man, I want some armor like that. See, I thought you could get that in the game. I thought that was the set that went with the night vision goggles. But I was wrong. But imagine, that would be so cool. Doesn't seem like there's anything else in here. Can I take that? I can. Yeah, why not? I'll take a wheel. What am I gonna do with the wheel? I don't know. Ooh, that leads up that way. I assume that there's some sort of mine in here. I think that's a safe bet. It's called the coal mine. There's a bunch of stuff hidden in here. Got a bunch of vessels. I'll be taking all that. Age candle holder. Flint, salt, terra preta. I'll be taking that. Got a farming vessel back here, and that seems to be everything. Torch close. I haven't looted that. However, let's check up here real quick. This actually might lead up to that. And yeah, it's getting dark. Luckily, it's not getting super dark super early anymore. That's one of the best things about spring. We could potentially just sleep up here, but we're gonna wait. Group of levers. Can't do anything. I'll just go ahead, leave my bed here. We'll be back once it gets a little bit darker. And we're going this way. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, God. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Why won't it hit him? Die. Die. Okay. Jeez, that was terrifying. I'm so hurt now. Okay, we got a chest. A cool sword. Ooh. Bed blueprint. Now I can make those really cool beds. I think those are the best beds in the game. So it's cool to be able to make them. Bunch of stuff up here. However, nothing that I want other than some vessels. My inventory is already getting full, but it's got a bunch of junk I don't need. Hold on. Some of these things gotta go. That'll do for now. Okay, down we go. Haven't been on this floor. That is creepy. I would take it if I could. That is interesting. Elk medallion. Ooh, rotten king mask. I don't know if I'm quite rotten, but I am a king. But that seems like everything in there. Go down. I hear goats. Nothing in here. Oh, ooh. Map to an abandoned mine. Okay, so we gotta go to another mine. This seems to be the bottom floor. I don't think there's anything in here. How about back here? Very interesting. I have no idea what that is, but I think that's everything in this building. We're just gonna go ahead and close the door. Ooh, I'll be taking that. We're gonna go up to my bed and sleep. I think there might be something right there. However, I have no idea. So let's do that now. Hopefully I survive. Oh. I fell? What happened? Let's heal. Did something knock me off? Is somebody up here? No. I think I'm just not able to sleep so close. Alright, we'll pick that up. That would be cool to sleep up here, you know? I guess I was wrong. Okay, is there anything over here? No. It seems like this should be the entrance of a mine. Let's break a few. There seems to be some hollow bits. But it's like grass and flowers. Yeah, I think that's it. This place was pretty cool. And we got a new map. So let's grab that real quick. We'll give it a quick read. Where does that want us to go? Up here. We abandoned mine. Oh, that's far. About 12,000 blocks this way. Wait, I have a teleporter right here. We could just teleport over. Make it so much easier. That sounds like a plan. But anyway, this place is done. I gotta give it a few. Then we're gonna head back home. And we'll take it from there. Okay, we're good to go. Even though it seems awfully dangerous. Not a big deal. Oh, there's another one. But yeah, I'm gonna head straight to the base. I'm going the same path I came, so I don't think I'm gonna see anything. Either way, my inventory is pretty full. So it's not like I want to be venturing into big ruins right now. So I'll see you guys back when we get to the base. And we're back. Look at the boat horn behind me. This is why we need to light up everything. But yeah, it's right about to be morning, and we're gonna head right out to the next one. If I'm correct, the teleporter right over here, or at least one of them, should take me directly to it. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one. So first I just gotta find it. I assume it's here because there's light. Yup. Let's go down, and let's go through. Now, where did this take me? Okay, this is not the one I want to go to. We're trying to get to this one. That should get me so close. So I think that should be the next one. So let's head through it. We should be so close. All right, we're here. Just got to go straight up to the surface. It is heavily raining, I see, and it's very dark, but I think we'll manage. Now, will I get attacked right here? Oh. Yep, there's a bunch. I'm just going to keep going. Not my problem. Gotta save my bow durability. I do have my other one too, so I think we should be fine. Oh, it's snowing. By the way, something I found out about this place. I didn't find it on this world, but it's hiding a secret. And if we dig down right here, it should be around here. Oh, is this it? It is! Look at this! And if you find it, post it in the official Discord, which I did. And it turns out I might be the first person to ever find this. Or that's what I was made to believe. And I thought that was pretty neat. So yeah, this ruin has a cool little secret under it. And I absolutely love stuff like that. I hope there's more. And now that seriously makes me want to go around these ruins and just start digging. Maybe we could find some really cool stuff. But yeah, I just had to show you that. And now we're gonna head out this way. Even though it is definitely snowy over here. And it's pretty cold. But I think we'll manage. I've traveled through much worse. And what's cool about exploring over here too is that all this is new land. So there's a good chance that we find some cool stuff. I'll be keeping my eye out. We already went to that. However, I'm gonna take a quick detour because you guys shared some stuff with me. And I figured I'd just show you it as well because I did not see it when I was here. Or I kinda did, but I didn't see the bulk of it. But over here, I did find some meteoric iron. There's even another piece. I just didn't pick it up because honestly, I don't really use it. However, I was told that there'd be a bunch, and I assume it's like right here. Yeah, here it is. Well, there's one. You guys said that there'd be a bunch in the ground. However, it was covered up by a ton of snow, so maybe it's under the obsidian? I mean, there's two pieces here. Okay, that might have been the only two pieces here. And I'll just take it because why not? But again, I don't really plan on using it. We even have some meteoric iron back at the base. I think right now it's actually buried. It's kind of by my greenhouses, or it might be behind, so it might not be buried. I'm not sure. I just never ended up using it. I really wish that meteoric iron had some other uses, because in my opinion, just skipping over it is such a valid option. It'd be cool if you could use it and then you could mend it with other tools, like steel, and give it like magical properties, like this game's version of enchanting. I think that could be such a cool thing, because for iron, it's just kind of meh. Because you can just go straight to steel pretty quickly. And it's not very difficult to do, especially if you go for the tier 1 refractory. And I think it could be so much cooler for endgame stuff. But yeah, I just had to show you this. I guess there's a bunch hidden in the ground. I only found a couple pieces. Maybe I'm digging in the wrong spots, or I should dig all this up. I was kind of expecting a bunch more with what you guys were saying. But either way, it's not that big of a deal to me. I just figured I would come back while I'm here. And that's pretty cool. However, let's course correct and let's go to the ruin. Now this one's called an abandoned mine. I wonder if we're actually gonna have to enter a mine. The coal mine was very cool. I'm just a bit surprised that we didn't enter a mine. Watch, it probably was one and I just completely missed it. Hey look, an elk! There he goes. I do think I can tame these, by the way. I could be wrong, but I think if mine died and I lost him completely, you can tame a wild elk, but you can only have one, if my understanding is correct. I guess you can also farm them, like breed them and then eat them, I guess. That might be something that we try out later on. Catching one of those has got to be difficult. Maybe I come back and then set up bait traps or something, because I don't think I'm going to get them with the cage if I don't trap them. But either way, I'm going to make the trip over here. I don't think it's going to take me that long, but it's still probably going to take me about a day. So I'll see you guys in a few. Oh man, this is a cool lake right here. I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I'm a big fan of lake builds. This is one right here. I love how it's all surrounded by these little mountains. I guess we could call them hills, I don't know. but this could make a seriously cool build. I do love exploring and finding new places that I want to set up my base. However, it sucks knowing that I'm not going to be able to. There's no way I can move on this world. And that base requires so much work, it's not like I can just go and set up a second one. Maybe one day though. However, it's probably not going to be another lake base. I feel like an underground base would be cool if I was going to do a second base. Like an underground little city area. I can't just make the same base twice on one world. Because at that point, what's the point? Oh god, that's a moose. Hey. Oh, you are coming for me. How dare you? I should have let him live. And then maybe I would have spotted him on my way back. Really need to get some leather. But there's a really good chance that that leather I just got right there is going to be bad by the time I get back. I can't wait to get the cows to higher generations so I can just mass farm them. And that'll solve all my leather issues. Maybe one day. We're coming up on a new ruin. It's also chert in a chirp biome. This place is pretty cool. But I want to check this out real quick. Anything at all? Got a chest here with a brass lantern. Alchemist belt. This way. Doesn't seem to have anything. How about on top? I don't believe so. And this does go down. Ooh, fish painting. Fine. Chest with another crown. Copper arrows. You know what? I'll take it for now. Another chest with some stairs. I'll take it. Why not? Turnip seeds. And it's kind of hard to see right now because I'm frozen. But I think I got everything. This place was definitely cool. And I think that was it. So let's continue. I should be getting really close. Yeah, it's right in the field in front of me. I also see a ruin right here. And here. So we might have to check out both of those. Wait, I'm coming up on a ruin as well. A little church. I think I've explored this before, but it was a different biome and maybe slightly different. Yeah, I've been in one of these. Oh yeah, it's all the same. I've definitely been to this one, just it looks slightly different. Very cool though. And there is a ruin right over here. There it is. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Hey. Bad wolf. That was so rude of him. Got a tool vessel. I'm gonna leave it. I don't want the flint tools. Even if I have bronze tools, I don't want the bronze tools. Ooh, a forge one. I do want that. Another forge one. And an ore one, which I will leave. Don't need too much clutter. Another forge one. A farming one. I do want those. Unfortunately, no peanuts or pineapples. But yeah, that place was pretty cool. There does seem to be another thing up here. Yep, this right here. Anything at all? I do not believe so. Okay, to the mine. Hello, cow. Goodbye, cow. You should be right up ahead of me. I think it's completely underground because when I look at the map, I don't really see anything above. You should be right here. I am standing on the location. There's a thing right here. My guess is that this has an underground tunnel. So let's go down real quick. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely hear enemies. I was gonna sleep, but I don't think it matters when we're underground. So let's get these guys. Die. Die. Okay. Gotta light this place up. Let's just quickly do it. Oh god! Did you see how many there were? I think there's like 3 shivers. Okay, where'd they go? There's one. Sir? Come back. He went left. There he is. Got him. Got him. Okay, he's dead. Wait, are you? One more. Got a double tap. There's another. Couple more. Okay, 2 more dead. There was more. Quickly. Oh god. Where'd he go? He was right behind me. There he is. Okay, quickly. Light it up. It's so dark. Get him. Oh no. Okay. Ooh, it's glowing over there. I see a Botorn. Wow, this place is massive. Oh, he was right behind me. Got some nice cool tables. I'll take it. I keep seeing that ground texture and that is so cool. Where'd he go? I'm just gonna back up. Go this way. I think I need more torches. Oh, that's a big open place. Light. I hear another one. Oh god. Hey. Hey. Stop dancing. Oh my god, he just went into the darkness. He's running away. Think he's dead. Bunch of copper. And I'm completely out of torches now. Just using my own light. Big open room. That's not terrible. Oh god. I can't see him. Run, run. Okay. Oh my. Hey dude, get out of here. Okay, we gotta run back real quick. I need my arrows. See a bunch of them in the walls. I need to go make some more torches. Preferably like another stack or two. I need to go in there. So we just need to go cut down some trees and get some grass. That shouldn't be too difficult. So just give me a minute. I'll have enough to go back down there. Okay, surely a stack of grass is enough. Now I just need to find a tree. I think I see some over there. I just need some sticks. Oh, you just scared me. Okay, let's cut a few down. There's one. Okay, there we go. That's 64. Since we're gonna head back, I need to set up a fire to get all those lit. And if I need more, I can always come back up. We'll set up a fire right here. Get some firewood. Throw the firewood down. I shall light one torch. Light the fire. Now we can throw the rest in there. Throw the rest of the firewood in there. And in a little bit, we'll have all the torches ready. Okay, yeah, it's going quick now. We're gonna explore this place. Just you wait. Okay, they're done. Let me take the firewood because I know I'm probably gonna need that in a few. We'll just stack it right here. And we're gonna go back in. Now, I assume that we're looking for some sort of blueprint. I want to go in here first. I see a guy. Come on, guy. Let's get you out of the way. Don't make me shoot my arrows at the ceiling. Come on, die. Is he dead? Nope. Now he is. I did shoot an arrow up here. There it is. Yeah, I think we're looking for a blueprint. Look at that chair. I want to fix that. Another chest here. Leather bracers. A robe. I don't even want that shirt. However, I'll take it. Take the cylinder. Got some paper. Floor. Yeah, we might have to come back here one day for those chairs. I do really like them. I don't think I can even make them. Chair with backrest. Yeah, I can't. I hear so many walking. It's like they're behind this wall. But let's go this way. I might end up mining that in a bit. That's riveted metal. That looks so cool. Keep lighting it up. Leave no spawns behind. I see I left arrows behind. Anything in there? Oh god, it goes down. Can you come up? I feel like you can climb. Maybe not. We'll see about going down there in a few. I'm gonna get this top section all lit up first. So it goes back to here. Oh, I just saw a shiver. My bow is so hurt. Okay, he's dead. I've been in there. We're gonna light up this way. See where this takes us. Oh god. Hey buddy. Let's get you out of there. And then you. Okay. You dead. Oh god. Hey. Okay. Light it up. I think we're safe down here. Some boots. I am gonna leave that behind. A jailer belt. I'll take that. Survivor boots. That is mine. Ooh, Rawwalker hood. I already have one of those, but very cool. Rusty wrist manacles. And my inventory's full. Okay, so it seems like lore needs to go immediately. I'm sorry. My inventory is already full and I have so much lore that I don't even really care too much about. I would use it as decoration eventually, but that's all I would care. However, if I find other stuff, I want that more. But that section's done. This section is lit up, so that makes me think that it's something important. Run in, light it. Light it, light it. Is it safe? I think we're safe. Unfortunately, because I'm lighting it up, it removes the cool light that was here. It's this right here, which I think I can craft now. Oh, resonator! Dude, I didn't even have one of those. I can play my cylinders now. Ruined assembler. Jonas piece. I obviously need that. I can read some of these books too. I think I have a couple I can read. Yeah, digging, husbandry, survivor. Anything else? Or do I feel like there's Terra Pretus somewhere in here? Well, I don't see any immediately. Chest. Jonas piece. Another chest. Ooh. Treasure Guardian's blueprint. Broken anvils. That's very cool. Now, what can I make with this? I think I can make chests and display cases. Very cool. Okay, I don't see Terra Preta. And I think I got all this looted. So let's find our way back. We're back at the entrance. There was no other way from here, right? Yep. So I did go this way. And I went this way and connected back up. Wow, that scared me. I think we gotta go find that part that dips down. Should be over here. Right here? Yep. Get my dirt ready. There's a bow torn immediately. You dead? No? You dead now? Okay, it seems to be a ladder. Can I use it? I can. So we'll get a piece of dirt here. I should be able to get up. Yep. Make sure we light this up. And we go even deeper. Okay, we got a guy. Light. Torch. Let's get you out of here. Now, does this go up? No? Oh, there's more copper. Oh, God. Let's get you. Oh, no. Die. Die. Light it up. Quickly get it all lit. See, there's loot, but I'm scared, okay? Get you. Oh, God. Oh, God, I got hit. Was it you? Did you do it? I'm so spooked right now. We'll be looting everything, okay? For now, I just need to make sure I'm safe. Ah, chest. Lead, okay. This way we go. This place is massive. I'm running out of torches again. Oh, no. Not you. Come on. Okay, he's dead. Jonas piece. I need it. Bones. Ooh, cool railway. That goes even deeper. Chest. More lead. Got the armor stand. We're gonna head back, as I don't have enough torches to go any further. Let's light up a tiny bit over here, maybe. Oh, God. And that's water. Oh, okay, this connects back up. That was my last torch. Got this here. Nomad trousers. Some cool clothes. Oh, I gotta take those. Tin ingot can go. Rot. I could use some grass. Ooh, that scarf. Okay, Flint, goodbye. Miner boots. See, even with the better backpacks, I'm already so full. It's kind of nuts. Okay, this is where I came down. We are just gonna head back up. Get another stack of torches ready. By the way, looking at this, it is poor. So I'm not too concerned with that. But we might grab it. Who knows? Now, did I spend a whole nother day down there? Or just one night? That's my question. Of course, the snow's making it hard to get grass. But to get the grass under the trees. Oh, hello, Bull. Don't mind me. You look kind of creepy with the snow on you, not gonna lie. Get plenty of grass over here. Oh, hello, other Bull. Okay, nearly a stack. That'll do for now. Let's light this. Throw that back down. We're gonna have a bunch more. Okay, there we go. Back into the mine we go. Okay, so this is where things start to split off. I definitely went to the right. The left is all done. Go a little bit further. And I went into that side. This is where the water is. Hold on, put my torches away. Try to get some lights up if I can. Try to not get my lights put out if I can. See, a lot of this is chiseled out so I can't place it on them. Can mobs spawn in water? I have no idea, to be honest. Because I don't see any right now. Oh, this place is massive. Where is it taking me? I feel like I'm going in circles. Wait, I have that lit up. So I definitely did go into a circle. I shall go this way. Okay, okay. And we found some sort of loot room. Forage vessel. Got the ovens. Another forage vessel. I'll take what I can get. I think that was everything there. So we go this way. Oh, it's dry. Oh, no. Seems like we found something, though. Come on. Come on. Sir? Did you spawn anybody? Oh, look, that's lit up. Oh, God. No, no, not the locust. Oh, no. Sir? I know you don't like the water. Okay. Oh, God. Just run in and light it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, look, my bow broke. I'm using my old one now. Okay, quickly light up this side. Ah, there's a man there. Where'd you go? Come on. Come on. Cheese the boxes. There's people behind this. Try to get the bow torn over here. He's dead. Look at this. This is cool. Anything good? Basically, it's just Terra Preta what I'm looking for. Grass. I'll take that. I don't see any chests or anything, but this looks like I'm trying to solve a puzzle again. Do I need to find another large gear to throw it on this machine? Then maybe we light up the entire place? What's in here? Got another chest. I don't care too much about that stuff. Or this stuff. The plaster's cool. Rotten king coat. Well, I need that. That's obviously a must-have. Oh, look at that. The boiler. However, I can't break it. It says requires tool 99 to break. Okay, yeah, definitely not breaking it. But I can break this stuff. Was that a mistake? Maybe. Oh yeah, it all seems like it's broken. Maybe we're not supposed to do some sort of puzzle, but this is so cool. Definitely reminds me of the Eidolon place. And yes, I've already forgotten what that place was called. I know it had an official name. The Resonant Archives. Resonance Archives? Something like that. This is so cool though. I did like that place, so if this reminds me of it, then that's only a good thing. Okay, another dead end. I think, right? Yep, can't go up. I could be wrong, but I think I explored this entire underground area. There's still more upstairs though. Oh no, this is new. Let's light it up. And there's even a second side room, which seems to be fine. Light it up. Let's see, anything that I want. Seed vessels. Bunch of turnip seeds. Forge vessel. Storage one. Okay, that seems to be everything in there. Black bronze padlock. Cattails. A tool vessel. That's empty. More dry grass, I'll take it. A storage vessel in this one. You know what? I will take that. Thank you. A crucible. Tool vessel. Ore vessel. That's empty as well. I suppose I could take those. Hold on. Don't they stack? Yeah, they do. Don't mind if I do. Cracked vessel, Arctic supplies. What does that mean? So it's got a bunch of blue clay. I think that was about it. Interesting. I've never seen that name on one before. But I think that was everything here. And now we get to go down here again. I'll take the grass we've been finding with some sticks, make some more of these. We probably need to go upstairs to light it again. Oh no. This goes underwater. Anything up here? Nope. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, a little bit more air, please. And we try this again. Got some zinc. This goes up here. I think that's a dead end. Okay, let's go back, get some air. We'll go the other way. Okay. What could be this way? Ooh, silver. Let's break this, get some air. Yeah, that's a lot of silver. I guess for now, I'll throw this lead over there. And I can pick up all the silver. Silver is very nice to have. Ah, I'm getting glitched in again. I've never really had to mess with the water that much. Wow, this is awful. Has the water always been this bad in Vintage Story? Look, I can't even get out of this. I'm stuck. It's like I'm glued to the wall right there. I swear this place is like a death trap. Ooh, something above me. Oh god. I'm stuck. What's up here? Oh, this place. Well, we have an easy exit then. Okay, that was all of it. Come on, swim up. Okay, there we go. So right now I'm just going through everything to make sure I didn't miss anything. And it was clear that I did. It's a Tinker's part blueprint, and this allows me to make a bunch of the Jonas pieces, which is actually fantastic. And I'm very glad that I noticed it. But yeah, I'm going to be going through everything, double checking, make sure I didn't miss anything. Because my guess is that there's probably like a map. I could be completely wrong about that. But I want to make sure I didn't miss the location of the next place. If there even is a next place, I'm not entirely sure. However, if there is one, then I must know about it. Because I very much so enjoy these. This mod's little dungeons and stuff are just so good that I absolutely want to explore every single part of it if I can. So I'm going to try my best not to miss anything. Okay, so I looked around. I didn't see anything else worth grabbing. So my assumption is that there is no map here. However, I could be completely wrong about that. And if I am, please let me know. I'd be willing to come back here just for it. Or if you happen to know where this map might be for the next locations, please let me know. And if there isn't any next locations, please let me know that too. But yeah, either way, this place was insane. It was a pretty big adventure. And it was so incredibly well done. I can't believe I didn't know about this stuff until now. But yeah, for now we are done here. Oh, it is nighttime, so we're gonna go to bed real quick. It should be relatively safe right here. So we'll just take a nap and we're up. I can just pick this up even though I don't think I need it. Either way, I'll take it. Head back up to the surface and let's head home. And we're back home. I can't believe it's already April 2nd. A lot of the snow is going, the ice is melting, and man, does time fly by when you're having fun. This spring, we got some pretty big plans. If you guys don't give me any more information on the better ruins stuff, then I have a couple plans that we're going to start with immediately. I want to try to make some sort of drifter gear farm. I think we're going to try it over there kind of by the gate because it's an unstable area. My guess is if we go and stand in that, then things are going to spawn around me, which we might be able to utilize to get a big farm up and going. I also plan on doing another massive trip down south, but we're probably going to have to raid some more caves and stuff, try to find probably like 1 to 2 more teleporters. That way we can leave one here, set up a key, then take one out with us, and then we can use it as a return beacon. That way we can go as far as we want to. The big tree over there, we're going to have to replant the stuff on that. However, we're also going to be burying that into the ground. I think I decided I'm going to do that. I want to connect our cellar down there. Our tunnel, I want it to go all the way to it across this lake. And I think it would be really cool if it cut through the bottom here, like somewhere near the bottom. But we have like a glass tunnel here, so it's surrounded by the water. We'll have it lit up, of course, so we'll be able to kind of see it from up here. And I think that would be super cool. Plus, when we're down there, we could obviously see up. And that will give us a little access point to cut that big tree whenever we need. However, the very top of it right there is going to be lined up with the ground. So some of the trees will still be poking out. However, it's not going to be this giant ugly thing that's floating around my base. And we will probably be doing that next video at least. However, that'll be like a minute of said video. Unless we end up getting that tunnel up as well. That might take some time. Oh wow, my inventory is still so full. Oh yeah, we did get a resonator. We have to try that out. So we got a small side quest real quick. Let's go try out some of the cylinders. We shall put it right here for now, as I don't really have any other better places for it. And I'll grab all my cylinders. Do I have any doubles? I definitely do. So we'll get rid of the doubles. And I have 6 unique ones. So I think if I right click it, it starts to play a song. I can see it spinning, but it's not doing anything. It says it needs a tuning cylinder. I feel like I just put one in there. Am I wrong? Well, we throw another one in and it's also spinning. I'm so curious. Do I need to do something? Yeah, you can see the cylinder in there. Let me look it up. Maybe there's something I need to do. Okay, so it only tells me it requires tuning cylinders, which we can absolutely see there is one. Oh, I wonder if it has to do with my game settings. If you didn't know, I have the music completely turned off because it's better for editing and stuff. But here we go. Let me take it out and we're going to put it back in. And I believe it should play now. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, dude, this is so cool. Honestly, I should be using this for my videos. I'm glad I checked it out. Okay. We need to try out some more. We're going to try the serifs. Okay, I could be wrong, but this one's not doing anything. Well, we'll take it, and we'll throw in the peaceful village. Oh, I hear something. Yeah, this is just so insanely cool. So something I gotta try out is let's try to get some distance. So I can kind of hear from back here. How about up here, though? I can kind of hear it. You know what's really weird is it doesn't sound like it's coming from a direction. It just sounds like it's in my ear. If anything, it sounds like it's coming from the bottom right, like behind me right now, and it's definitely in front of me. Yeah, well, this is insanely cool, and I do wish it would work without the sound setting for the music and whatnot, because I'm always going to have that off, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to be using some of this music during today's video, so I hope you guys like it, because I'm definitely liking it. Anyway, we're just going to leave that there. Can I stack these on the ground? I mean, kinda. Oh, I can. In groups of 4. It's perfect. We'll just leave those there. And we gotta get on with today's video. So today, I have one really big goal. And maybe some other small ones. But the main thing I really want to do is try to get some sort of mob farm up. That way we can farm drifters and stuff. Get some of the Jonas pieces. And maybe some gears and stuff. Because soon we are gonna have the villager mod. And it would be extremely helpful if I could actually have resources to pay them. Also, speaking about Jonas parts, I did get this Tinkerer's part, and it allows me to make a bunch of the Jonas pieces. It requires a bunch of this Cupron nickel, which is mostly copper and nickel. Have I ever seen nickel? Honestly, if I have, I don't know. I can't think of a single time that I've seen it. So that's a bit of a shame, but I will keep my eye out for it. One of the things I really want to do is get that night vision goggles. I don't plan on using it much, but it'd be cool to have. So one of my ideas here for this mob farm is to take one of the Minecraft methods of a mob farm and try to push them with water and stuff. However, we gotta do a bit of testing. So I believe if I go right over there and I sit in there and let my temporal stability go all the way down, which yes, I did say that correctly this time. There's always one or two of you that don't like me saying sanity. I'm gonna continue. I just wanted to say it right once. But yeah, I think if my sanity goes all the way down, then things should start to spawn on me, and perhaps we could use that to get a bunch of stuff to spawn on me a bunch. So we're gonna go do a test. I have some heals. I have my bow. Oh yeah, we gotta make a bow. My steel should be done sometime soon. Then we can get a saw. Or I might just make an iron one. I was being a bit stubborn. However, I really need a bow. But yeah, I'm gonna go sit by this over here. And hopefully things start to spawn on me. Normally that'd be a bad thing, but this time I really need it to happen. Also, you want to know something that's really funny? Remember very early on in the series when I'd had to go do these really long trips just to get clay? There was a bunch of red clay over here, which I completely dug out and made a giant pit for. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, see, this was like the main clay source for me for like the first year or so. And it's right here next to my gate. This used to be a big journey, and now it's just right out here. And if you don't quite remember it, remember that one time I died to a wolf here? It fell into the pit with me and I died. And that was one of my only few deaths I've had so far. And it was right here. But yeah, I'm gonna go back here, and we're just gonna sit around and let the wheel go all the way down to 0. So it does seem to be spinning here, so I'm just gonna chill out, and I'll see you guys in a second. Guys, I might have miscalculated, because I've been sitting here for about 5 or so minutes, and it's only gone down 7%, which means if I was aiming for it to hit 0, I'd probably have to be here for at least an hour, which is not exactly ideal. That might not be worth it. See, I think if I didn't have xskills right now, I'd probably be down like 20-30%, something like that. But because I do, we can be in unstable areas much longer. So I think the plan here is I want to go see what happens if I go underground. I think I might lose my stability way quicker if I'm down here. I know that I've had a lot of stability issues down here in particular, so we can try that out. I want to get that wheel to spin really quickly. By the way, at some point I did block this up. But yeah, the wheel does seem to be going pretty quick right now. I wonder if it would drop even quicker if we went further down. So potentially what we could do is light up this entire area and keep going further and further down. Oh. Hey. I can't see you. Okay, back up. There's also copper and stuff here. Tons of saltpeter, all that good stuff. Yeah, so it might be worth it to do a bit of caving, or at least lighting up this cave. But we are already down 4%. So I think right here is way more unstable than it was upstairs. So I'm gonna give this 10 minutes and see how far this gets. If it doesn't look like we've made enough progress, then I'm gonna have to go even deeper and try it out there. So be right back. Okay, so it hasn't been quite 10 minutes, and it's been half that. But I do have something good to show. We are down 26%. That is measurably better, and I'm so happy that it is, because I was losing hope here, okay? This alone would absolutely be worth it to me. However, if I could get it better, that would be so much nicer. So we're gonna try to do something very dangerous here. I'm sure a ton of stuff is spawned down here by now. Okay, hold on. Let's not get ahead of myself. I need to go get some ladders. Because potentially I don't even need to light up this entire place. I just need to exit it. Oh my. Okay, we're breaking through here. And I'm gonna go get some ladders real quick. We can just dig down instead of having to face a million enemies and use like 50 lanterns to get down like 20 more feet. So we'll just dig down to the appropriate level. Oh yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. I always forget that. We shall use the door. You know, eventually I could also just use a teleporter down there. It's an option, but give me a second. So I still have sticks in here. That'll make plenty of ladders. And yeah, many stacks later, we're all good. Also, while I'm here, I might as well light up my torches. That might be pretty useful for us. So it's lit. I put that back. That's very important. And we'll let the torches light up. Then we're gonna head right down. Okay, it's all good. Now we head back down. Oh no, oh no. We're fine. Hop over here. Go down, and because it's safe right here, we're just gonna dig down right in this corner. I'm gonna fall into a hole. Oh, copper. I actually really need copper. So I might as well while I'm here. That's more lanterns, let's go. Yeah, I definitely want to light up my entire compound. It will be so safe. So give me a second. This wasn't meant to be a mining expedition, but while I'm here, I have to. Okay, that was pretty much everything. We got enough for another 7 lanterns. That's how I look at copper, by the way. It's how much lanterns they can make. But yeah, we're good. Let's get the ladders back. Now we can keep digging. Hopefully I don't fall into any pits. I can hear a ton of water around me. I think we're going to that big copper mine that I had in the very early on stages of this series. It had like rich copper or something. However, I think I got it all, so it's not like we're gonna be getting that again. Okay, that water is loud. It's like it's right here on the other side of that block. And I hear enemies. Okay, so we made it down pretty far. Obviously, we can keep going. But I want to see if this was worth it at all. So we're at 70% right now. I'm going to sit here for a bit and see exactly how far it drops. Okay, so in about 2 minutes, we've gone down roughly about 12-ish%. So I'm going to go back up to here and we're going to give it 2 minutes as well and see how that compares. And if that made it better at all, then we're going to continue to dig and see how fast we can get it. So give me 2 more minutes and we'll see how this goes. So we're at 55 and now we're at 49. So this only did about 6% and that did 12%. So I do need to go upstairs and reset my stability, but we're going to come back down in just a second. We're going to go to bedrock and see if that changes it at all. Man, I love xskills. Look how quickly it refills. You can actually see it refilling in real time. Ah, that is so nice. Okay, back to full. Let's go back down. All the way down, and we're aiming for bedrock, so let's do it. Oh, okay, so funny enough, we only went like 3 more blocks down. Might have been a couple more. But yeah, we were pretty much at the mantle. So that might be the best that we're getting. And hey, that was pretty quick. I'm still gonna have to sit here for like 30 minutes, but that's better than nothing. So I think what I need to go do now is take the copper that we got and go turn that into lanterns. That way I can dig up the entire area and keep it lit for a little bit while we're trying to work. So that sounds like a plan. So first things first, do we have honey here still? Still a bit early in the season. Oh yeah. Yeah, we do. So let's pick up all the honey pots. And man, we still really need to try to work on those better beehives. I forgot what they're called, but they're not ceramic. And I guess they're supposedly a lot better. And that's something we need to try out. Can I put it on the road? I sure can. And there's all our honey. So let's get them all harvested. That was about 49 honeycombs. So I see I left a bunch behind. Okay, way more than 49. That was 68, which is quite a bit. See, that's why I really like these hives. We're just going to go ahead and get all these again. We can just put them on top. By the way, something I got a lot when I was doing these is people really cared about the population not spreading. However, they don't need to here. So that's not really an issue. Also, why does it say that the honey pot is full again? It is. I just put that on. Let's harvest it. Pick it back up. Let me go put it back on. Okay, no more honey. Yeah, see, these are full again too. What am I getting? 2 batches out of them? This is extra strange. But these are not doing that. Weirder and weirder. Either way, whatever. We got more than enough wax. We're just trying to get a couple candles. Okay, that was the last one. Now I gotta go empty out the honeycombs. So let's do that now. Easy enough. And there we go. There'll be plenty of beeswax for us. So we just gotta go back to the windmill base and get that turned into candles. By the way, here's another generation 4. Do I have all my pigs in here? Okay, I do. And we got piglets. How about... Yep, baby cow. Let's go. Oh yeah, I should probably check on these guys soon as well. There's most definitely another generation in there. Was that my old one? I feel like the new rooster has to be new. Please tell me that there's another one that replaced him. There he is. Generation 8. Yeah, that was my very first one. He finally died. He fought off 8 different generations. By the way, I think they're finally starting to warm up to me. Look how close I am and they don't even care. Okay, you two. 8 and 7. This one has to go, I'm sorry. So that's the rooster. There's a Gen 8. You know, it doesn't even matter what you are. Goodbye. Oh, same thing with you. Oh, that is a Gen 7. And now it's a Gen dead. Let's pick them all up. I should probably hold like a funeral for that rooster. He's been with us so long. Oh, this was a Gen 7, so it was fine. So we have an 8, an 8, and that one's an 8. So I just need to come back with grain. Then we'll be on 9 soon. Generation 7. Okay, be free. I don't even need you. See, we are repopulating this world. Not intentionally, though. So let's grab a pot. We can stick it on. We'll fill it with wax and flax. And that's 6 candles. We'll get that lit. Get another pot. More wax. More flax, firewood, light. That'll be more than enough candles. We only needed 7 anyway. That's like 12. So we'll let that cook. And I'm going to go back, empty out my inventory just a bit. Oh yeah, I should get this cooking. Pick up this, throw it on. By the way, something I'm super happy about with the new update that's about to come out is you can just take a crucible, shift click a fire pit, and it'll get dropped on. I always do that, and then it just opens it up and it throws me off. But for now, oh yeah, I gotta crush it. So for now, we'll crush it. Easy enough. Throw that back on. Try to keep everything organized because I'm terrible at that. And I need some charcoal, which I don't have here. So I guess we gotta go back to the other base anyway. Okay, I grabbed the charcoal, and while I have it, I need to go fill up our steel furnace, because right now it is not going, and I'll never get my bow that way. Also, we are actually out of steel, so it's kind of important that we do keep it going. Okay, let's fill it up, light it up, and we're good. So that's 39% done. We still have a bit of time before it's even close to being done, so I should use my tools conservatively. However, a couple things of charcoal in there, and the lights, and now we wait. Oh yeah, my candles are done. We'll pick those up. Okay, the copper's done. And let's start pouring in the molds. And there we go. I hate that that one had 5 left. That bothers me more than you would ever know. But hey, it's fine. That'll be plenty of copper. We just gotta let it cool down. So, because it doesn't matter if it's nighttime or not, because we're gonna be underground, so we're just gonna go to bed real quick. And when we wake up, it should be cooled, I think. Possibly. And we're up. And the sun has gone down. It's just like real life. Hopefully they're ready to be used. That would make things so much easier on me. Let's see. Yep, they are completely done. So that was 15. If I had 5 more, then we can make 8 lanterns. But 7 will have to do. My quartz should be at the other base. So let's take a trip over there. Yep, we had plenty. Oh, I had enough copper to finish it. Oh, I have more bars. Okay, well, 29. Now I gotta go get them turned into plates. And I know just the way how to do it. The wind does seem to be going, and so are the health hammers. Oh, I even have more up here. Okay, we're gonna have plenty. Okay, let's get this all stacked up. And I'm gonna be turning them into plates. It shouldn't take me that long with all these health hammers going. So it should be easy enough. There's 1, there's 2, and 3. And now 4. So after we're done this small project, all the rest of the lights are going to go on that wall back there. Because we can't even see it from here. We can only see the gate. But very soon that's all going to be lit up. Like this wall here and the one behind our base. I assume that wall is super dangerous right now. Because it's a perfect spawning area for all the enemies. But that will soon be changed. Okay, let's grab the bars. Place it down. Plates. How quick does it do it? Oh yeah, we need to. My bad. Now, how quick does it do it? Very, as it turns out. Ah, yeah, this was so incredibly worth it. Don't sleep on health hammers, guys. It's probably one of my favorite things in this entire game. So anyway, I'm gonna get this finished up. I'm not gonna make you guys listen to this much longer. And I'll see you guys once we're ready. And there we go. So that was a total of 17 plates. And I accidentally clicked on a cleaver. So now I have one of these. I feel like that's for cooking. Yeah, I can chop up a whole bunch of different foods. So maybe we'll use it. I'm not entirely sure about that. The steel forge seems to still be going. However, we'll go fill it up once more. Then we'll make the rest of the lanterns and see if we can figure out some sort of mob farm. Now, I do have some ideas. However, I have no idea if they're going to work. I have a theory, and it's probably completely wrong, but I feel like mobs can't spawn in water. Oh, hello? Oh god, this is Shiver. Hey, bad Shiver. So what I'm hoping is maybe I can go stand in some water and it'll make it so they can't spawn on me. Other ideas I have is maybe some chiseling, because I know that they need a 1 block by 1 block to spawn. But what if I chiseled it out so a bunch of the pixels are still filled in, so only I can stand in there, and it won't be a full block, so maybe they can't spawn in it? That is another idea I had. You guys also gave me a similar idea to that when it came to my little bomb shelter for the temporal storms, and that was by using trapdoors. So potentially that could work as well. I know that the stone trick doesn't work, where you just put like a pebble under you and you stand on it. I think you guys also mentioned if I put down pelts or something on the ground. I don't know. We have a bunch of ideas and we'll be trying them out. Ladders might even work. Oh, why did I even come over here? I probably didn't need to. But there we go. There's 12. We're gonna need more candles, but we'll start with that. We can always make 5 more later. But right now, let's grab the water. We're just gonna fill it up. And we're gonna head back to the mantle and see if I can figure some things out. By the way, I'm gonna be disabling the weather the storm mod, the one that makes temporal storms unable to spawn enemies in light areas. I feel like that would only affect the storms, but either way, I want this to be usable for you guys as well, so I don't want that to affect it in any way, and we'll try to make it vanilla friendly. But anyway, let's go down here, straight to the mantle. You know what? This feels like it should have some lanterns, just in case. And here is the mantle. Okay, so let's dig out a small little room. It doesn't need to be too big, but I just need to make it so they can spawn on me. Like, I would assume that this is fine. But if I just put water right there, I'll just sit in the corner and see if things can spawn on me. However, this also might be a problem because of my X skills. Oh man, I'm stuck. I can't get off the ladder right now. This is actually ridiculous. What if I place that down? No, that does nothing. Can't destroy it. I don't have any dirt. Maybe another ladder? Hold on. Can that stop it? Nope. Hold on. I have an idea. Nope, my idea failed. Hold on. This is big. I can't use that to climb that way either. Okay. We'll just make the roof a little bit taller. Yeah, I think my X skills right now, because I am glowing, I don't need a lantern for right here. That might screw things up a bit, which I didn't even think about. Now I'm stuck in this corner. I'm sorry, I hate to complain, but man, I hate the water in this game sometimes. I haven't done much with the water, but it seems a bit ridiculous that I can get stuck in this corner or on the ladder and stuff. I would very much like that to be fixed if possible. But yeah, anyway, I think X skills might screw this up, which is a bit of an issue. So what I think I have to do is make this an even bigger room and then place down a bunch of water. So we're gonna do that now. I think my plan is gonna be I'm gonna sit right in that corner. And we're going to dig this out to a point where my light doesn't affect any area over there. But we'll make sure it's full of water and see if that affects them at all. And we definitely need to test out the water either way. Even if they can spawn in it, we can get some good data to see if this can actually push the enemies. Because my idea is to use a very, very ultra basic Minecraft way of doing mob spawners. Because imagine if we dug out a place and we had a bunch of platforms and water just pushed them into one spot. And if I go insane, things should spawn near me and hopefully make it doable. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Oh, you know, I suppose it's a good thing that I was digging this out because the tunnel itself is providing light. The nearest torch is like right there. However, if we back up, it's still pretty lit right there. But it does seem like it's completely dark back there, even with us sitting here. So I'm going to make sure I'm all healed up. And the goal is to just sit here for a while, let my sanity go out completely, and if something spawns over there, then we know that they can spawn in water. Okay, so I hear the music already, but I don't think they should spawn for quite a while. I think you guys said that they'll start to spawn in like 20%, but it might even be lower. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait and see if anything at all happens. Okay, so it's down to 21%, and I keep hearing that war horn thing that you only see when you see Dave, so perhaps things might start to spawn. I have no idea, to be honest. So anyway, I was just giving you an update. If things were to happen, I would assume it would start to happen pretty soon, because my screen is even starting to bug out like it would during a temporal storm. Anyway, back to just waiting and seeing what happens. Okay, so my dude does seem to be making that sound you make when you start taking damage. I don't think I'm actually taking damage. Or maybe I am, and my guy's just unable to see it. 31.6 out of 31, which means I think it's just in my head. Okay, no, that was actually taking damage. I lost 0.1. Very interesting. You know, I've never let it get this low, so this is definitely new territory. I'm very curious to see if it'll drop below 31. And the answer is yes. Okay. That's not good. I'm actually losing health quite fast. I didn't think it was going to damage me. We're at 3% though. Nothing has spawned. 1%. 0%. And I think that's as low as we can get. I'm really surprised that nothing has spawned. And it's definitely a bit of a shame that I'm taking damage from this. This seems like another foil in my plan. Because it's not like I can sit here in AFK for like an hour or two. I'm going to give it a bit. I'm gonna just let it get down to half. This is good info either way. In next temporal storm, I'll throw down some water in a location and see if anything can spawn on me. Okay, so I let it drop pretty far and nothing has spawned on me whatsoever. This is definitely interesting and maybe it doesn't mean anything. However, it seems like some data that's cool to know, but we're gonna get out of here. And like I said, next time we have a temporal storm, We're gonna throw down some water in just a little enclosed area and see if anything spawns on us, because I feel like I might be onto something there. I've never seen any mobs spawn in the water. Only times that it even came close was when they were spawning on ice. I wonder if they'll spawn here. This is all pretty lit up. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute, see if anything spawns up here. Oh, you know what? I could go in here. This is a much bigger area. Oh god. Yeah, so I think that confirms it. Oh no, oh no. Okay. We're gonna return there and I'll show you how lit up that was. I think the spot that he spawned in wasn't super lit up. However, it wasn't bad at all. Like, it wasn't pitch dark or anything. So let's get my sanity back up. Oh, we're back. I can see again. It's beautiful. The shiver actually scared the crap out of me. But let's go down. We're just gonna have a quick look at that section that he spawned in. Oh, I fell again, not again. Oh, I didn't take damage. Okay, I can still hear him. Hello, Shiver? There he is. Let's get you out of here. And he's dead. See, he spawned in that back corner over here, which is a little bit lit up. I'll back up so my light doesn't affect it. But it's not like it's super dark there. But he spawned in that. However, downstairs where it was just pitch dark in the water, he didn't spawn. I think the water might be safe. However, that being said, the fact that I was taking damage makes me think that that's not a great idea. It was pretty much my entire plan was to force him to spawn that way. However, if I'm going to be dying the entire time, then it just might not be worth it. So something else that I might try out is maybe we just try to use darkness and see if they'll spawn in the darkness without my sanity going down, of course. I think it would definitely be a lot slower, and it might not even work all the time, because some nights when we're out here and it's completely pitch black in some of these back areas over here, nothing will spawn whatsoever. It'll just be peaceful as ever, but then some other nights, everything will just be so dangerous. I obviously would assume it would have to do with the rift activity, so maybe we can only use our new mob farm, when we make it of course, on high activity days. Something like that. So that is something to consider. So yeah, my stability lasts quite a while here, so it might be worth it to try to build our mob farm here. I'm thinking about the classic ones that go in the sky, and it's just basically one giant square. They can fall into some water, which pushes them all into one single block, or we'll have like a 2x2 or something, and then we can just manually kill them. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. But before we can work on any sort of project like that, we're gonna need some more tools. It's only 61%, so I'm gonna let this go, and I think we're gonna go on another journey. And it's gonna be really nice because it's not even winter. So supposedly the coal mine that we went to actually did have an underground mine. You guys let me know that, and now we gotta go check it out. So I'm gonna gear up real quick and wait for morning, then we're gonna head right out to it, and we can go check that out. That'll buy us some time to get some more steel. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, you can tell by the sky being red that it is right about to be morning. I'm just heading over to the steel furnace right now. By the way, look, there's a bunch right there. Let's see. Current rift activity medium. So even that is spawning a bunch, which is very cool. But let's get this filled. There we go. It's now at 68%. Yet there's a shiver too. I need this for my mob farm. Well, let's head back. I'm just gonna store this real quick. You know what? That'll do for now. The sun should be coming up any second, so we're just gonna go ahead and head out. Would you look what I just found here? A Generation 2 boar. And he's all the way over here. What an unlikely place to find him. He's traveled great distances, and I'm just gonna let him be. Cause why not? I realized when I was over there, I probably should have just used the gate to get out, but this time I'm trying to get up through here. Yep, worked out just fine. So anyway, we made it outside the kingdom. We're just gonna pass a few drifters, and I'm gonna be heading to the coal mine. It should be nice and bright anytime now. Then it'll be nice and peaceful. Plus the daytime is much longer now, and this should be so much easier. We're just gonna be boating over. I actually found this on the shore right behind us. It's my very first raft, and it's actually the only one I've ever made. And it's still just chilling there waiting for us. This will make it so much quicker to get there, and I'm glad I found it. Oh yeah. This boat has made it so much quicker. And look at the water when we're on this thing. Everything just looks so incredible. But by the way, right up ahead. It's kind of hard to see right now, but there should be a river over there, and it's the one with the currents that we couldn't take the raft on. So I'm very curious to see if we can do it today. I don't know if it's gonna change. Maybe it was because of the weather before, but we're here to find out. By the way, I do like how you can really zoom out on the raft. Obviously, you can do it in third person at any time, but with the raft, it's just so nice. However, zooming in sometimes is also really cool. I do really like the torch on my back. That is just incredibly nice. Also, I did remove all my markers from my map. That way we know exactly which one I'm going to, because it was starting to get a little bit cluttered. And I know that you guys really like it when my map is cluttered, but sacrifices had to be made, you know? But here we are. We are just gonna get off right here. This'll do. Now, can I pick this up? No. Okay, wait. Maybe if I shift click it? There we go, we can. I couldn't figure that out the first time, and it turns out it was really easy. However, something I've learned from all my hours of Vintage Story is if something doesn't immediately work, you shift click it and sometimes control click it, and a lot of the time it'll fix your issues. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going this way. I swear next time I see you, we'll be at the mine. Maybe, we'll see about that. Okay, I lied to you guys. I've now just entered a different biome, and look at this fog. It's like a sandstorm. And I know that a couple of you guys mentioned that there might be some sandstorms down south, and I did run into one. However, I didn't feel like it was worth noting. But I figured I would share this with you guys, because I have seen one before, and that was one right there. Oh man, look what I just found. This guy has another tractor. This one's very cool. I wonder, can I pick it up? Hold on. Okay, no, I definitely cannot. But we do got a trader here. He is a furniture trader. There's a bed here, but it doesn't seem to be a real bed. It's just leather, so I can't use it. I saw it on the map and was hoping I could borrow his bed. I do have a hay bed on me. However, real beds are much nicer. Those are just cows. Some ruins here. Ooh, I must go deeper. And a chest I can't open. Maybe if I don't click on it with a tool. No. Okay, nothing special in there. And I'll just keep going. I am like halfway there. Okay, definitely farther than halfway. So I'll be getting there in the morning. That boat really made things a lot easier. I wish I could just boat all the way over here. But hey, it was better than nothing. And it's so cool being able to run around right now, because it's currently 1914. And if it was winter, it would have been pitch dark like 3 hours ago already. And I'm only now considering going to bed. However, I'm going to give it a tiny bit more and try to make the most out of this day. That way I'll actually wake up there in the morning. Yeah, I'm just gonna cross this river real quick. Then I'll make a tiny little shelter right here. Just make a little nook, drop the bed right here. We'll put the lantern right there, block it off, and go to bed. So cozy. And we're up. It's 3 a.m., so it's not perfect. I should really just start bringing real beds on these journeys. That would be so much nicer. I got the blueprint to make the better beds. I think they're actually like ruined beds, but they let you sleep a lot longer. That way I don't wake up there in the middle of the night. Definitely not a bad idea. Anyway, we're almost there, and I'll see you in a minute. Excuse me? What did I just find? There's something big over here. Yeah, we have to check this out. Look at it. This is so cool. Okay, for a second I thought they had a little tiny door, but no, it's just a little bit buried. That makes a little bit more sense. A nice blanket, bandages, a blue seal. I don't know what that is. Hey Cody, how's it going? Yeah, they're all Codys to me, okay? I hear stuff walking around above me. I should be more paranoid than I am, but I really want new stuff, you know? Very cool fireplace. Chest with a stiletto. Ooh, new cylinder. I wonder if I have that. That does seem to be everything down here. So we're gonna go up. I see nothing. Ooh, what the? They have cannons! I think this building's from the wrong timeline. But holy crap, is this cool. Blasting powder. You know what? We do have grenades and stuff, which I should definitely test out. Perhaps we'll try some today. If we have grenades, then it's possible we could have cannons. That's all I'm saying. I don't think there's much more down here, so we go up. Oh, you just scared me. Can I take that? How do I take that? Maybe if I shift click it? Maybe if I shift click it? No, I keep getting stuff from him. It doesn't look like he's holding anything. But I just got a silver falx and a blackguard short sword. Look! Okay, no, this time I took it. Yeah, we're gonna be taking that home for sure. Is there another one? Got some cool stuff here. Cody's a bit shook up, and I don't see anything else. I hope I'm not missing anything. It'd be a shame for me to miss something, but I think I got it all. Just doing one more once over. Yeah, mostly sure it's all been looted. By the way, silver fox does 5.3 HP. My iron one does 5.1. So that one's definitely better. But the blackguard short sword does the same. So at that point, it just depends on how quick it is. Which that is pretty quick. And this seems basically the same. What is that? Is there a crab? Yeah, there's a land crab here. But it seems like it's from the mod. I hit him once. And he's dead. Okay, that was interesting. Little bit unexpected, but hey, it is what it is. Bad idea, but I see a cow. Wait, what was that? I saw something green, I swear. But there's a cow here. I'm gonna try out the sword. Let's get him! Oh, you're gonna run away. Okay, well, it seemed to do pretty good. However, there's another one. Now we're gonna test out the fox. Let's see, which one do I like better? Honestly, they're both the same to me. However, I like the animation on this a little bit better. So I think I'm gonna stick with this one. And it's really cool to get this, because there was no other way for me to get it. I'm obviously not a blackguard, so there was no way for me to make it. Okay, cross the river. And we shall carry on. We should be there very soon. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think I see it. I think that's it. So we're getting close. Oh no, don't fall in the cave. Oh, that could have been bad. Imagine if I died right outside of it. I would never forgive myself. I plan on dying in it, you know? I do hear apparently there can be some rough stuff in there. I don't know exactly what to expect. But you guys said it was in the tower or something? Which is either that right there or that. Wait, did I go up there? Oh, yeah, I totally did. Okay, anybody? I think we're safe. I think it was this. Oh, man, how did I miss that? How do I get down? There's no way I can climb on that, right? Oh, there is a ladder. Okay. Well, I guess this goes deep. Let's just take this very slowly. What is that? Flint. It keeps going down. However, the ladder stops here. A basalt shovel. Some boxes with nothing in it. This goes down. Torch. Oh, no. However, we shall go this way. Some fluorite. Oh, yep. There's stuff down here. Die. Hopefully not too much, because I don't want to have to break my bow. What is that? Oh, that's iron. Does iron usually look like that? Oh, no. Torch? Torch? Okay. Oh, no. Yep, you spawned right on me. Die. Okay. Let's get you out of here. I hear something behind me. Not good. Kill it. Oh, no. 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 Oh, God. Okay, we're fine. Let's try to get him still. Am I hitting him? I think I'm hitting him. Okay, he's dead. Let's get you guys out of here. Stop throwing rocks at me. Oh, so rude. And there's a bunch of black coal here. And a tin bronze pickaxe. So I don't care too much about the black coal. However, the iron, I definitely would like to keep. Also, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Because iron's very easy to get. But I'll take it. And there wasn't that much. So we got some kernite. What are all these new things? Is that quartz? No, it's just called kernite. It can be turned into powder, which we can make borax? Huh. Well, I don't need it. There was also another one over here. Yeah, this one right here, fluorite. Okay, what is that? Turns into powder. Can replace borax. Also, it's to make colored glass. Yeah, I'll take that. Is that borax? No, okay, that's quartz. Yeah, colored glass would be insanely cool. However, it doesn't seem like there was much. But dude, that's insane. I didn't even know that existed. And can you be used for glass too? No. That can just turn into borax, so we're actually gonna get rid of that. Free up some space. And now we gotta continue on down. Ooh. Oh, olivine. I hear stuff. Oh no. That's not— Oh god. Oh god. That just scared the crap out of me. Die. Die. Okay, we got another one. Let's get you. Hey, stop moving. Rude. Oh god, you're not dead yet? Okay, there we go. We're going in. Torch? Does that do anything? I don't think so. We're going left first. There's more olivine. That's a dead end. Oh crap, I'm hurt. That's a bowthorn. We're just gonna go up. Get my heals out. We'll just do a bit of healing before we go back down. Then where is he? You should be around. There he is. Sir? Die. Okay. Torch. Torch. Keep on going down. Anything at all. Okay, I think it's a dead end. Ruined tools. More black coal. Of course, there's spikes. I swear I'm a spike magnet. Every time there's a single spike, I walk directly into them. And is there another ladder? I don't see a ladder. However, does that look like the end? No, there's stuff down there. However, this will do in a pinch. And we can get down there. Wow, my inventory's full, yeah. Let's see. Oh no. We might... I don't think we were supposed to come down here. There doesn't seem to be much. There's a chest with a hoe. Oh, okay. I think that's for large gears. I could be wrong about that though. We did get a copper hoe. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. And we might as well take the paper. Yeah, this place was insanely cool. I'm really sad I didn't get to this last time. But we did it. And now we just gotta head back home. Hopefully our steel has made a bunch of progress. Obviously it can't make that much because I wasn't refilling it or anything. But it should have gone like another 20%. So that's better than nothing. And should help out a bunch. Anyway, I gotta head back to the base. So I'll meet you there. Okay, so I made a small detour. And we're back here again. We did visit this last time as well. However, you guys said I missed a ton of terra preta. And also I did not see this room. So I figured we would hit it up again. Some bone meal. Got a food vessel, a crate with nothing in it, another crate without anything in it. I don't think there's anything over there. There's also these windows I can take. It's also aged. So it seems like it's a bit messed up and I'm gonna leave that behind. Those ones up there are also aged. However, they don't look as bad. Why does this one look super bad, but that one up there doesn't? Very weird. However, I'm just gonna leave them. I'm probably never gonna need like one or two. If I need them, I'm gonna need them in bulk. But what I'm really here for is a terra preta. But one of you guys said that there's literally a stack of terra preta that I left behind here. The ground is just regular soil. Maybe I need to go in each of these, look up. And you said it so confidently that I have to believe you. However, I don't see it. Like maybe it's under the hay or something. It's under the floorboards. I don't know. I don't see it. I'm literally ripping up the floorboards here. Yeah, nothing in the crates at all. The chest didn't have it. Nothing hidden above. I went in each of these areas, and I do not see what you were talking about at all. Maybe, just maybe, it is under this. Okay, no, that was a really big shot in the dark. And I tried. I didn't see it. I didn't see your stack of terra preta, but I want you to know that I looked for it. And yeah, I wasn't so lucky there. But anyway, let's keep going, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So I finally made it back to our ocean, and now we just got smooth sailing ahead. This should bring us pretty close to our walls. We're almost there. I've been fighting off a pretty big storm, but we're almost there. I can see land, and right behind over those hills should be our walls. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here again. I think this is the exact same place I left it in, and maybe if I leave it here, we'll use it again one day. So we'll just park in this corner, the same exact one. We'll lean the ore right up against that, and let's head to the base. There it is. I just gotta find a way around, or over to be honest. Certainly not that way, but perhaps this way. Yep, that worked just fine. Somebody should tell the craft master. That seems very unsecure. Can I jump into this water? Yeah, why not? That'll do. And I still took a bunch of damage. I wonder if that was less than it would have been if I had just smacked the ground. That's completely possible. But we're back to safety. Now I just gotta store a ton of our loot and fill up the furnace again. So just give me a few and we'll go and do that. Okay, so I just stored everything away, and it does say a heavy temporal storm is approaching, so that means we need to actually go back down here, and we're gonna be testing something out. We shall grab my bucket, make sure it's filled with water. I do need to heal, it's getting a little bit bad. We'll grab a whole bunch of dirt. That should be plenty, and honestly, I can just do it here. I was thinking about going somewhere, but this place is more than big enough to get this done. So all that we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little tiny house in here. I'm gonna make it big enough, that way we have plenty of sample size. Then we're gonna fill it with water, and we'll be able to just sit in the middle of it and see if anything can spawn on us. And it'll be the final test to see if anything can spawn in water. So give me a minute and I'll get this set up. And here we go. This is just a simple box. It is lit up, so I think it should be relatively safe in here. However, we're going to get a bucket of water, and we're just going to place some source blocks here and there. And now we'll be able to see if anything spawns in here, then we'll know for sure that they can in fact spawn in water. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. Now we're just gonna go refill our steel forge. And this is actually pretty good because we'll get to go to sleep, deal with the storm, and by the time that's done, then I think that we should have some steel ready for us. At least I hope so anyway. Okay, we're here. This is at 88%. We'll just get this filled real quick. Let's get it lit up. And there we go. So yeah, this should be done after the storm. Then we can go and work on our mob farm again, which I still haven't fully figured out what I want to do, but we'll figure out something and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I removed all the mods, and now we got this problem. There's already one in here. However, I don't think the mod was stopping that. It's just the top of this is so dark, and normally we would have a lantern right here in the middle. However, we're gonna go back in and plug this off. I guess for now we're just gonna do something like this. We shall get a bed down and we're gonna go to bed. I think by the time we wake up, the storm should be here. And the storm is here. Okay, quickly, let's get rid of this. Get rid of the bed. And we're encased in water. You know what? We're even gonna double down and I'm gonna hold the lantern. Wow, it's so incredibly dark. I really hope nothing does spawn in here because I cannot see. We'll throw up some torches. I'm just a little bit worried about them being able to use the lanterns as a spawn, so that's why I'm holding it. But I'm just gonna sit back and I'll give it a little bit of time, see if anything spawns in on us. I can already see that there's plenty of stuff outside the box, but nothing in here so far. Okay, so just a small update. Nothing at all is spawned in here. Things have been spawning all around me. However, nothing in here. And I think this, oh, okay, the storm's already over. I was about to say I think it's about to be over, but there we go. So this isn't 100% proof that they can't spawn in water. However, all the signs are saying that they can't. So I'm feeling pretty good about it, to be honest. What I'll probably end up doing is leaving this up just for like another week or so and we can give it another try. Also, what I can do is I can remove these torches and over time, we'll just see if anything spawns in here. So we'll go ahead and do that now. But first we gotta clear the castle. Yep. There's already a bowtorn. See, they were spawning around, just not in the water. I bet you there's stuff downstairs. Oh, another bowtorn. Goodbye, sir. This place can be so incredibly dangerous, because imagine it. They could be spawning all around us, and we never know it. So, let's go over here real quick. We're just going to be removing the torches, and it'll make it completely pitch black in here. We'll close this up. And if I ever hear any enemies in there, then I'll go and check it out. I wish I could add some sort of glass to it, but I think it would light that place up too much. However, I definitely need to put a lantern on top. Yeah, sorry this is gonna look ugly for a bit, but we're doing testing, okay? And we'll use that again for the next storm, and we'll give it a couple more chances. Okay, so let's go check on the steel. I think it should be done by now. And if that's so, then we can make ourselves a bow, and we can get to work on the mob farm. Let's see. It is 96%. Oh, that sucks. However, we can get to work in the morning. I'm just gonna hop in bed real quick, and that should finish up. So let's do that now. I'll see you in the morning. And we're up. Okay, well, I still see this going, but it is done. So I think I can just remove this, maybe? Do I get it back? No. Wait, what if I right-click it? I've never tried that. Nope, definitely not getting it back. Whatever, not a big deal. And we're ready to just break this open. Grab all the steel real quick. Easy enough. Then let's head over to my health hammers. We'll get all that processed and turned into what we need. But first of all, anybody in there? You know what? I can just leave that block open. And we'll do the same for right here. So now I can just keep poking my head in and see if anything spawns. That should be more than dark enough. The health hammers are going. So let's fill these up with steel and a little bit of coal. Get these lit. And there we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna process all these and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. By the way, I just had to share this with you guys. Look how quickly this goes. This is so incredibly nice. Don't even need to care about it anymore. It just goes so incredibly quick and everything just instantly gets completed. And I think we're about good. We'll just stack these here for now. By the way, I need to fix this up. I removed all the coal that was here and I see I missed some spots. So yeah, I need to fix that. We'll get to that some other time though. Anybody in there? Nope. Nobody yet. So real quick, I do need to borrow this water for now. We're just gonna throw all of our tools in there to cool it down. That'll do. Pick them up. And let's make all the tools real quick. There we go. We'll go ahead and make a ton of these bow staves. That'll be enough for us pretty much forever. And we just throw them in again. That way we make some recurves. I'm so glad I know this now. I always thought that I needed bamboo. However, I could do that. I have bamboo now. But no reason. Now I just gotta let those dry so we can make a bow. But that's gonna take a little while. I am gonna keep a stack on me just because it dries a lot quicker in my inventory than it does in a box. And now I'm gonna get to work on the mob farm. It's not gonna be super beautiful. It's gonna be super janky and thrown up very hastily because I don't even know if it's gonna work. And even if it does, I think we're gonna move it and try to make it not look so awful. So I'm gonna get a quick time lapse up and then we can see if it actually works at all. I kinda have my doubts, but it'll be interesting to see whether or not it works. So let's get to it. And welcome back. So I actually spent a lot less time on this than I thought I would. However, I think I've done enough to just see if my method will work. This is all it is. So I ended up actually extending these and making them like one big platform. And it's all lit up right now. Between them is just a water source that goes all the way down. And it brings them to this water source, which pushes them into that hole, which is just a little kill box for us. Now the idea is things might spawn up here, walk into the water, and it should help them down into our kill pit. So I expect this to be very slow because this is just a little tiny area. If we get like one or two, then we know the method might in fact work. That's all we're here to find out. And if we go back around here, there's a trap door that leads us down to a kill room. Right now it's nothing fancy. However, I did chisel out this block right here, so they shouldn't be able to escape. And this is just a 2x2, and we can just see here with our sword and stab at them, and we should be able to loot them as well. And we got a door here just for extra protection, just in case things go really bad. But yeah, that's all this is. So now all we gotta do is remove the lanterns and see if we can get it to work at all. So let me do that real quick. Should be simple enough. Okay, that was the last. Nothing spawning as of yet, but we're gonna close that off, and it should be completely pitch black in there. So now we get to go down here and see if anything spawns. I really hope this works. If it does, we're gonna expand it, make it so much bigger, add a bunch of layers, and try to get it to go faster and faster. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, and I'll let you know if anything happens. Oh, we got one! Let's go! It only took forever to get one, but we did it. This is our buddy. I wonder if we could keep him here. Do you think he's like an animal, where if we light up the area, he can't despawn? Now, I've seen him despawn in light. That would be so cool. Imagine if we cage up a bunch of drifters. But let's get him. Oh, okay, so he can't hit me through that. But we did it. It was all worth it. We got a whole lot of nothing. But the concept, it kind of worked. The current rift activity is still medium, and I think that there's a chance that we could get this to work out. Imagine if we completely lit up this entire area so they can't spawn around here. And the only place they can spawn is in there. Oh, wow, they're spawning on top. Yeah, I think we could get it to work, I swear. Either way, we're going to be coming back to this. I think we could possibly get this design to work. It might not be the best one out there, but it's mine. What is this? Wait. Oh, just a random Generation 4 sow? How did you get out of here? Oh, whatever. We managed to get one singular drifter in here, and honestly, that was a win. That means that this is possible. And a lot of you actually shared a bunch of ideas with me as well. I don't know if I made it clear or not. However, this was meant to be a very, very scaled down version of what I plan on doing. The plan for this is to have like 10 different rows and then also make it wider in both directions, to be honest. Like absolutely make it massive. Then light up this entire area over here. Everywhere where they could spawn, completely light it up. So the only place for them to spawn is in there. By the way, something I did have to share with you guys because I didn't actually show it to you guys and it was a bit of a shame. So we're going to go into here and look at this. Remember, it's daytime out. And when we come in here, everything is blocked off. However, it is quite bright in here, and I think that it's affecting their spawns. That is my guess anyway. Also, they were definitely fighting the water, so that was a bit of an issue. And you guys shared an idea right here. I'm not gonna hop down there because I don't want to break it. They don't want to drop down to here, but apparently it's like Minecraft, where if I put 2 trapdoors right here, they would see it as a solid block and they would just walk directly off. And that's another plan I have. And a couple of you shared ideas that I could do with said mods that I have. However, I'm trying to make it somewhat vanilla friendly as of right now. Then immediately we're gonna do a hard pivot and just do what we can to get it to be the best. Oh, I walked right into a portal. Well, yeah, we're trying to get this done today. Well, not done, but I'm trying to get a new version of it that actually works and at least gets like 1 drifter every like 2 minutes. That's a low bar, but I'm gonna set it there. That way we can actually achieve it. We'll see how it goes. So other than that, we also went back to the coal mine that I previously went to in another video because I missed some stuff. However, as it turns out, I might have missed even more stuff. We're gonna head back to the coal mine. I'm not gonna make it a big segment of this video. We're just gonna go back real quick, do a bit of digging, and then leave. So I'm gonna go get some food. I was gonna say put some stuff away, but I don't need to. So anyway, get some food and I'll meet you guys over there and then we can check it out. Okay, we're here. It's been a couple of days since I've spoken to you guys, but we're here. Again, I wanted to make this super quick. So my goal is to get all the way down to there. Nothing else matters. Okay, so I had a little staircase that brought me down right here. And I think you guys said with a little bit of digging that I could go ahead and find a whole new area or something. There wasn't a lot of direction here, so I'm just gonna start digging in all directions. And hopefully then we'll find something. Oh. What the? Oh god, there's a lot of guys. Oh, holy crap. It's like the Resident Archives. Wait, is there an actual way to get into here? Ah, dude, this place is insane. Wonder if there's actually a reason to come down here. Also, how was I supposed to find this? Yeah, but actually, how was I supposed to? I only kept digging because you guys were so sure that there was something. Look at this. I went all the way that way. Then all the way that way. All the way that way. I went pretty far down. And I went pretty far that way. There's got to be a legit way of finding this. Hold on. We're going to poke my head out again. See, I do see that right there. So something had to have connected up with it. Because how is the average person supposed to find that? That's what I'm wondering. Like, if I didn't have your help, I would have never found that. I think that should have connected up with this, maybe? Hold on, maybe I just had to mine out like 5 blocks this way. I mean, the ground even changes here. So if I didn't know it was this way, then I probably would have stopped. However, maybe it's not this exact one, but I'm just going to continue this way and see if I connect up with it. Okay, I think that's it right there. Cracked shirt. Let's see. Okay, this is it. And this is the platform that I saw. Hold on, we're going to go ahead and light it up. There was nothing too special up here. I'm trying not to get close to it because I know there's a bunch of bow torns down there. Hold on. Let's just throw a random torch down. Yeah, and that's a death bell right there. Do you think there's something good in there? I don't see any other entrances or exits in there. I see a bunch of dead bodies. I'm looking for loot. Like, I see that right there. However, I would assume that's a broken tool. There's a death bell with my torch on it. Hold on, we're gonna throw another that way. And let's see how far I can get one. Not very far. Like, holy crap, is this a cool room? I just don't know how you were supposed to find this. Who actually found this? Is there anything on that, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna feel really bad if it turns out that this had something really cool in it and I'm just leaving. However, I am. Thank you for showing that to me. Yeah, I never would have found that in a million years. So whoever found that is kind of crazy, but that's awesome. And secrets like that are honestly so cool. But yeah, now I don't feel so bad for not finding it the first 2 times. I think that was quite reasonable. The way you made it sound, I thought I missed something like super obvious or something. But no, I think that was pretty reasonable. And like I said, that was just going to be a super small segment of this video. I'm going to just go ahead and head back home. Then we're going to get to some mob farm stuff. So, see you in a minute. And we're back. So I have a couple things I want to do before we get to work on that mob farm. One of which has been something that has completely escaped my mind. And I remember hearing about it and then just completely forgetting about it. However, it's kind of like an iteration of this right here, but it's a lot smaller and it's a coke oven. Now, why do I want a coke oven? I don't know. But it's a thing, and I figured we would try to get one, and maybe I'll end up using it. So it seems pretty basic. We just need some of this right here, which I have plenty of extra, and it doesn't even cost that much. Plus, we're gonna need a coke oven door. So that means that we need to go up to the Skyforge and just get one of those made real quick. So if I'm correct, this should be super simple, and I think we only need about 4 iron bars. So we're gonna get that heated up real quick. We can just throw it on this. And I could be wrong, but I think we only need an iron hatch door. So we're gonna try that out. Come on, Hellfamers, do your thing. There we go. So yeah, I only ate up 4 of them, and I think we should be ready. We'll just climb down the roof real quick. By the way, how's it going in there? Any spawns? We're still doing this. I don't think anything is spawned in there yet. So just because I can, we're gonna do it up here. Wait. No, this is a fire hazard. Definitely not doing it there. We can do it right here. So I do have some refractory bricks here. And I think it's as simple as this. We just gotta encase these 2 right here. And then add a roof on top. Like that. Then we place the hatch door like that. And I think that's a coke oven. It's not saying it is, but I believe. Then I think I take black coal and just throw it in the back there. And then give it a light. And close it. Oh yeah, look at that. Coke 32 hours. So that was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. And I probably should have done this earlier. However, I don't even know if I need it. Well, I'm gonna assume that I definitely don't need it, but I hope it's a lot more useful. And if you guys happen to know why exactly I might need this, please let me know. My assumption is it can burn a little bit hotter. Maybe I can use it in the steel furnace instead of charcoal. That would be my best guess. So if that's true, please let me know. And we're gonna try that today anyway, so maybe I'll figure it out on my own. So the next thing that we gotta go do is go to sleep. Then we can get to work on the mob farm. Oh, wait, oh my god, there's a temporal storm. Okay, not expecting that. Get in here. Close it off. I got some random cobblestone. And now we're gonna get another take at this. This is science, okay? Anything for science. So, I'm just gonna sit back, and I'm gonna see if anything can spawn in on me this time. They didn't last time, so I have a good feeling I'm gonna be safe. And I'll let you know if anything changes. Oh, the storm seems to be going away. Nothing has spawned inside of here, and it's been pretty safe. So I'm convinced. I think water is the way to go for temporal storms. You just chill out in some water, and I think you're safe. I could be wrong though. Maybe I'm just super lucky, but I think that's true. And the storm's gone. Yeah, that was a pretty chill night. So let's get rid of these. And I'm just gonna head right out. I don't even care. I just saw a bow torch. Goodbye, sir. Oh god. There's another. You know what? You're dead. You are so dead. And he's dead. I told him. I warned him. Wow, there's a bunch over there too. No thank you, I'm out. Oh yeah, I need to go find my scythe. So real quick, before we get to the mob farm, I have to go harvest some flax. I need to get it before we forget about it, because there's a bunch here. And if I'm correct, yeah, it's got cold damage. But I think each of these has some. We need to get it, and I can't do it with the sword. I was kind of hoping I could, but the knife shall do. So give me a minute. I'm just gonna grab all this. Make sure I don't just completely lose it. Oh, yeah, some of it definitely died. So I'm glad I finally got to it, because I think all of it was gonna die. At least we get seeds from that. It's not like it was a complete loss. That would suck so badly. And it seems like it was only that one row that died. So yeah, I think that was all of it, from what I can tell. By the way, I definitely gotta remove these. This berry greenhouse doesn't work, so I think I gotta put some fruit trees in there or something. Maybe some more cattails? I'm not too sure. But yeah, we did get a decent bit of flax. Nothing too much. We're gonna give it like a month or two. Then I'm gonna completely fill up each of these with flax again. Then we'll get an insane harvest. Remember, I did download millwright. So the plan is to go and convert all that into millwright stuff. That means I need to go make a whole bunch of different sails. So that's gonna require a ton of flax as well. But for now, I'm gonna get to work on this. We're gonna basically make a big tower for it, but also expand it on each side. What I might end up doing is have like a central water flow right here. And then I can take this, flip it to this side so it also funnels into this waterway. And I could possibly take both of those and then flip it onto this side so another funnel goes this way into the same pit as well. Plus, of course, we're going to make it really tall. I could even make it go into the ground more. We're going to have a lot more levels to it. So yeah, I'm going to get to it right now, and you guys will get a little montage of it. So see you in a minute. So welcome back, everybody. Look at the cube. Yeah, so I know it's ugly. However, I did encase it with a bunch of cobblestone. Luckily, I had a ton because this entire area is all claystone. So it gave me a reason to use it. However, it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. We're gonna break in here. You can see that this place is incredibly bright. Look at it. It's working. You see them spawn in? Oh yeah. This is what it's all about. But yeah, it's super bright in here. You can make the argument that I opened this so it might make it bright. However, it shouldn't be bright over there. And it's just as bright when I had dirt. So potentially I could try to double layer it, triple layer it, quadruple layer it. However, this is a big box already, so it's going to be quite expensive. Okay, I need to go and get that. Just sneak my way in. Then let's get back out. So yeah, if you guys could tell, I put down a bunch of ice here. I was hoping that would help us out a bunch because they would kind of glide a little bit easier. So that was the goal. Hold on, I'm going to hop in. We got 3 layers here. So they can spawn all the way up there to all the way down here. And I layered cobblestone on top of each of these paths. That way grass and stuff wouldn't spawn. Look at that. It's working. So yeah, again, this is just another iteration of our test. I think there's a way for us to make it better. My guess is that we need to put it deep underground. That way no sunlight can get to it. However, this is a big project to move. But I'd be willing to do it. But that's a different day problem. Let's go over here. I do just have a trapdoor that leads all the way down. And one big hallway that leads to the kill box. So right now we do have a shiver. And it still takes them quite a while to get here, but last time when I was doing this with our first version of this, it took like 30 minutes to get one drifter, and it was at nighttime. This is daytime, and we've already got one, and I wasn't even down here. You can also see that current rift activity is medium. You guys seem pretty confident that it doesn't matter, so I plan on trying this multiple times when it's different rift activities and see the difference. And we should still be able to stab him. This is what it's all about. And can I loot him from there? I can. Oh, here's another one. So yeah, it still takes him quite a bit to get down here. And I guess he can throw rocks through that. Perhaps I'll have to do something to get rid of that. We're gonna loot him and some flax. I can definitely hear plenty above me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here for about 10 minutes, let them build up, and see what happens, because I have no idea what's gonna happen here. And why not give it a try? So, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so it's been almost 10 minutes, and I do gotta report something. We've only had about 3 people here, and my spectator cam has been upstairs just watching, and we haven't had much success. But as it turns out, they kill each other in here. I think they're just throwing rocks at each other. I have no idea. Oh, that's the first rock that's hit me in a while. See that? He just killed that one. It seems if they do a little bit of damage to each other, they just go full aggro on each other until one of them is dead. That's actually super cool. Maybe I don't even have to set up a little kill box or anything. However, it was doing so well right off the bat until we got a couple in here. Hold on, maybe if I kill this one, we'll start to get more. I can't hit him back there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm wondering if me sitting down here is gonna be an issue. Maybe I need to go above ground. Hold on, I'm gonna try that real quick. As soon as I came up here, immediately they started spawning like crazy. So I wonder if I wasn't close enough or something? Or they just don't like me being next to the kill box. So what I might have to do is set up some sort of room for me to chill in here. Then once it starts to fill up, I go down. Because right now, there's so many in there. However, I don't want them to despawn or anything. I'm also seeing if just moving around in general would help. I doubt it's gonna, but maybe. We're doing science, guys. Anything to figure this out. So I do think there's a couple more down there. We're just gonna go check it out. Yeah, here they are. We even got a shiver. Look how many there are. So yeah, I guess the issue is actually being down here. Which, that's a weird one to solve. But I'm sure we can get around it. I think the plan is to just not sit down here. And put a little box upstairs. And I'm very curious because it's about to become nighttime, so I think that it should up the spawns as well. Or at least I hope it does. Well, look at this. It's working so well. Now imagine if I add a thing that actually collects it all. Honestly, I'd be willing to get one of those mods that makes them drop their loot instead of having to go up and right click them. And then put like a hopper or something down here. So if I can find that, then maybe we will. Because that would be insanely cool. It's about to become nighttime. I'm gonna go make a little box for me to hide out in, and we're gonna give this a real try. By the way, again, as soon as I got up to here on the ladder, they started spawning like crazy up there. So potentially what I could do is just sit right here, and we'll give that a try. Okay, so I've been sitting in this box for a little bit, and something I've noticed is that they're not spawning again. I think there should be some down here. Yep, there is. So it seems like it spawns them in like a little batch or something. And it waits for this batch to be gone before they can actually respawn, which is really weird. So we're about to test that out again. But look, there's a shiver down there now. It seems like if I press myself up against this, then they start coming down like crazy. Maybe it's because I'm blocking them off. As soon as I did that, they stopped fighting the current upstairs. But yeah, it's completely dark out now, so they should be spawning more upstairs, I would think. Now I'm gonna go back upstairs again and see if they all respawn. Okay, we're on top. By the way, I did light this up a little bit. Unfortunately, I couldn't fully light it up, but hopefully soon we'll be able to. And there seems to only be one out here. Let's get him out of here. We even have a portal right there. Okay, back down we go. Let's see if they've come back. No. Yeah, the spawning mechanics in this game are so incredibly different, and I was hoping this would go a lot more smoother than it has. Like, we're on to something, but not quite yet. I like how all of this has awarded me 4 flax. So worth. Current rift activity is medium again. Just want to put that out there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get spectator cam off of this world, and then I'm going to give it another go and see if that changes anything at all. So I just relogged. It's completely pitch black outside, which means that the spawner box should also be dark. And I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes in here, then about 5 minutes on top of that ladder to see if that changes it at all. And we'll go from there. Okay, so it's been a little bit, and we just got 2 of these guys here now. So we're gonna remove them, then I'm gonna go upstairs. But yeah, I don't think spectator cam was affecting this at all. I was a little bit worried about it, which is why we got rid of it. But now I'm going to go upstairs to right here, and I'm going to wait until morning to see how many things go into that chamber. Okay, I can see the sun, so let's go back down and see what's here. Oh, God. Okay, not what I expected. Get out of here, sir. That's right. Okay, well, I see that didn't go as planned at all. Nothing at all spawned in here. We trapped absolutely 0 enemies, except for one, I guess. Somehow we got one? I'm starting to think that this spawner up here might have been a failed project, and we're gonna have to come at it from a different angle. But it was really fun to try out, and I was super curious to see if some sort of old Minecrafty technique could work out. But it felt like the game was fighting me this entire time trying to get it to work, and perhaps we need to try something else out. Okay guys, I think I've fixed it. Look at it. It's working so well. Oh. Yeah, I gotta fix that still. But I think I got them to spawn. And I love how they just kill each other. It kinda helps me out a bunch. Let's clear these guys out real quick. You know, I could be just using my bow. But I want to get a clean slate so you guys can see what happens. I can't get this guy in the back. Okay, there we go. We're gonna clear these guys out real quick. So spectator cam's gonna be in the corner for now, and I'm gonna go upstairs and show you what I've done. So we now have a new tunnel that leads up this way, and it does connect with the surface over here with a nice tunnel. This is it. This is the entire thing right here. Well, sorta. If we come up here, now we're actually in the mob farm itself, and we have all these bars so we potentially won't get shot a bunch. And basically what we do is we get to just run across here a bunch. And we'll aggro everybody that's on the platforms, and they'll hop into the water trying to get us. And this should actually speed things up by quite a bit. However, it doesn't seem like much is in here right now. The current rift activity is high now. I do want to point that out. That might affect this. See, there's a guy right there, and he's kind of just wandering off. Before, they would just spawn here and then move a tiny bit back and forth, and sometimes they would drop off. But now they seem super active at them up here. And there's already a bunch down there. And the more I just walk across, the more that they should just keep spawning and walking into our pit. However, I wish I made the bars going left to right instead of up to down. It would make it so much more enjoyable to be running across this. So we're probably going to change that. But hey, this was just a work in progress. And this might count as a block, so they might know that they can't get me. So it might be worth it to remove some of this. Maybe the top one here so I can't get shot. I guess the bowthorns could get me from up there. Maybe I remove the block on the top here. Nothing would be able to shoot me. We do have a bunch of these oil lamps here. It should keep the path all lit up. However, not a lot of it's going to spread. Maybe the tips right here might not be able to spawn things. But I think that's fine. Either way, as you can see, our mob farm has a ton of dudes in it right now. And we're just going to head down there real quick. And here they are. Yeah, this worked out so much better than I thought it would. This is how I wanted it to be from the beginning. We even have bowthorns. That's the first bowthorn that we've ever gotten in here. And yeah, now we gotta worry about making this better at collecting. So we're gonna need some sort of trap here. I think there's spikes in one of the mods I have. See, I wanted it to work with vanilla, and I think that this is completely workable. Obviously, we could keep just looting them here and then clearing them out with my sword. Oh, look, a temporal gear. But yeah, it might just be worth it to add something that automatically kills them. If I'm correct, I think we have spikes now. However, I don't see them. Place in soft ground vertically for a pit trap. Yeah, see, this is what we would want. I don't know if they break or not, but we could put a bunch here so when they fall into it, they'll just die to it. That could potentially be what we want to do. We can also move lava because we have that primitive survival mod. However, I think liquids in this game don't exactly work like Minecraft. So it's not like we can put a bunch of signs under it from stopping the lava flow. Because if it was an option, it would have been cool to just add some lava that they had to fall through here and then they just burn up. However, I don't think that's going to be something that's going to work out for us. Let's get the rest of these guys up and then we're going to do another round of this. Oh god, they're still spawning. Yeah, oh, there's another gear. This is what I'm talking about. Now I just need Jonas pieces. So if you notice, everything seems to be super low level. Like, look, that's just a regular surface drifter. I think there's a way around this. Oh, hey, dude. Yeah, but I think there's a way around this. And it's if we go and put this really deep. I actually think that would make all the dudes that spawn here a lot higher level. And we'd start seeing nightmare drifters and stuff like that. Spectator cam's enabled again, and we're just gonna run around here and see if we can get a big haul again. Like, look, there's already two there. There's one up there. It's so difficult to see. See, I wanted glass here. However, I don't think that they would like the glass because I think they need to be able to think that they can get me, but that might be completely untrue. However, I did this just in case, and I really just wanted to make sure it worked. And honestly, I kind of expected myself to get shot a bunch more. Like, look, there's a bowthorn. He's gonna shoot. Do it. There we go. Oh, okay, so he can shoot me. Interesting. So I'm just gonna go this way and hopefully he falls down. But yeah, the trap downstairs is already filled with them. And I must say that this is working. Okay, my next report is I threw up a bunch of these spikes. These do require the primitive survival mod. And they are incredibly cheap. Just a bunch of sticks and a knife. And we only needed about 9 of them. And you can place them directly into dirt. Maybe sand and stuff. It just requires something soft. And I threw a whole bunch here and it just seems to automatically kill all them. However, can I still loot them? I can loot that one. How about the guys in the back? Yep. That one's a little bit more difficult to get, but we can still do it. And yeah, I think that this just made it so much easier. However, I'm wondering how it's going to handle all the bodies once I go up there. So spectator cam is going to watch from there, and we're going to go up and lure a whole bunch. I want to fill that thing up and really stress test it to make sure everything will work out. Okay, so I've been doing this for a couple of minutes, and it started off pretty strong. However, now that I'm doing this, nothing has gone down there in quite a while. So I'm starting to think that if we get enough bodies piled up, then they kind of stop spawning in. But I don't think we're going to get any more until we clear it up. However, the test was still successful, saying that we did get plenty of them, and the trap handled it just fine. But yeah, it seems like there's a max amount allotted, which is also a bit worrying because bowthorns really don't like to move up in that trap, I've noticed. A lot of them just kind of chill out on the platform that they spawned in and don't move at all. But I just cleared them, and we're gonna go back upstairs and see if they spawn again. But I'm starting to hear a bunch more already, so I do believe they're spawning again. Yep, and I see them falling into the trap already. You know, a minecart would be super nice for this. Just go back and forth on a minecart. However, walking isn't that bad. Okay, it filled up again. And yeah, that definitely means that we can only have so many bodies here. It's a bit of a shame. However, that's completely reasonable. It probably is a performance thing, so it doesn't tank your computer having a million bodies somewhere. But that does make this a little bit more lame, but again, reasonable. Wow, we're getting a whole lot of nothing here. We're still at 1 rusty gear, 2 temporal gears, and we're up to 18 flax. Yeah, I think the next step is that we need to put this far, far underground. And hopefully up there will be considered a cave. We'll be getting some nightmare spawns. Then we'll get some really good loot. Also, just an idea that I had. What if I completely filled this up with water? And hopefully my theory on them not being able to spawn in water is correct. Because we could use this as a temporal storm farm. Imagine that. Then we definitely get some high level ones. And a lot of loot to go with it. So perhaps we'll try that out as well. So welcome back again. I'm sure you guys can notice that the cube is gone. Everything has finally come full circle again. And I've spent quite a while trying to remove it. And this is all that's left of it. So yeah, now we no longer have that giant cube. Just making this place look horrible. I did have an idea where each of the corners was going to have like one of these. And then I was going to do some sort of triangle on top between them. And I think it could have looked pretty cool. However, I ended up removing it and going ahead with my plan to try to get some nightmare spawns. And I can say that we've done it. By the way, do you hear that bell? Yeah, things have been getting a little bit crazy in here. And we now have dead tainted drifters. And they drop a lot more loot. So this was so incredibly worth it. Look at that. We're already getting tons of flax, some gears. And I hear multiple bells up ahead of us. Which is actually kind of awesome. Because then they'll spawn in a ton of dudes. Hopefully not on me. That's a concern that I have. But there's multiple bells. And I'm going to go up there and leave spectator cam watching. We're going to try to lure some of the dudes that they're spawning into the pit. If those bells don't screw me over, I think that this will be so much better than it was before. See, there's a bell this way, but I can't see them. By the way, one of the benefits of this is look how dark it is in there. So yeah, bringing it down just for that alone was very worth it. And holy crap, we actually caught a bell down there. And there's another one up here as well. Yeah, this is working so much better than it was upstairs. We're going to be getting so much more just because of the tainted stuff. It's possible we might even see some of the saw blades, maybe locusts. And I know that they can drop quite a bit of loot as well. But it seems like our trap is mostly filled up downstairs, so we're going to head down. Oh yeah, look at that, and we even got a bowthorn in there. This is so much loot. And we're getting gears. See, we just got 2 rusty gears from this already. And I think the entire last time that we tried this, we only got like 1. And this entire thing was meant to be a gear farm, mind you. I mean, temporal gears and stuff are pretty nice. And it would be cool if we got some Jonas pieces. However, I really wanted gears from this. That way we can do some trader stuff. and we'd actually have gears to afford them. Oh, there's a temporal gear. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're getting so much more loot from this though. And I think it might have been worth it, guys. Although I must report something weird is happening here. I can't place this block. I removed it so I could get a picture of that bell. And now I can't place this block here. However, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, I know what it is. It's my spectator cam. You, sir, need to get out of the way. And? Okay, it's fixed. Yeah, you were the issue the entire time. Don't do that again. But yeah, look at this. I wasn't even up there and it filled up again. I might not even have to walk around. They might just fill up on their own and I can just sit down here. But also I gotta do mention that my stability is going down like crazy. Luckily, because of xskills, I can sit down here for quite a while. And if I go back to the surface, I can refill my entire stability in like a minute. So I'm not too worried about that. Also, look at that. That looks like a saw blade, does it not? And they should be dropping their loot. Like this guy, when he dies, he just automatically drops all of his loot. And I think so does that saw blade, which is going to be a bit of an issue. Because if they drop their loot back there, I'm not going to be able to get it. So I might have to do something to fix that. Either way, I'm super excited for this. I was getting very worried for a while. And I have hope. And I think we can get it a little bit better if we use mods. I did happen to find one that makes it so they can automatically drop their loot when they die. Kind of like this dead bell here. So I would need a way for them to die in here on top of a hopper. And I don't think the spikes are going to work. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to test that out. Again, I'm not going to be able to auto pick it up yet. If any of you modders are out there, please make a mod that lets hoppers pick things up through blocks. Just one block. Okay, so I relogged and I just noticed that this guy came back to life just to die. However, I do have a mod installed now. It should make it so they instantly drop their loot when they die. I'm starting to think that it didn't work. Oh, I hear another bell. Yeah, I'm very curious to see if it would work or not. The mod did say that it's instant temporal mob drops. So maybe it's only gonna drop like Jonas pieces, temporal gears, stuff like that. So it might not be the flax. And I'm not gonna get too worried about it right now. However, I suppose we could go upstairs, lure a whole bunch back down there, and see if anything at all drops. Come on, guys. Drop down into the pit. Okay, we're back down. Did we get anything at all? I don't think that we did. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and loot them. We'll see if they have any sort of temporal stuff in their inventory. There's definitely stuff all over the ground. Like, look at that. Are those temporal pieces? What are those? Okay, bad idea. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Let's go in. Okay, it's flax. That's actually flax dropping. Okay, we need to place that back before I die. So it does work. Flax is indeed dropping. I'm surprised it's staying on top of the spikes, to be honest. Maybe we could just put hoppers down and then lava on top of it. However, I don't know if lava will delete items. So what I think I'm gonna go do real quick is we're gonna make ourselves a metal bucket. Metal buckets are a part of the primitive survival mod, and I haven't had any need to use them yet. And they can actually pick up lava. And potentially we could use lava with the trap. And if it doesn't delete the items, or if the hoppers can pick it up quick enough, then we could have an auto loot mechanic. So let's heat up some steel. By the way, I don't know if I could do it with any other metal. However, I figured if anything could work, it's steel. And we can always just make some more. Okay, this should be the last thing. And we just need a copper bucket handle. I probably only needed one copper for that. Place that back. And there we go. So ideally, it should be pretty simple to make. Oh, I can make a steel block. I should make a base out of that. Probably not. But we got our metal bucket. And I do happen to know where some lava is. Okay, so here we are. Ideally, I should just be able to pick it up. This spot too hot to put in my hands. What? We do got a nice little metal bucket. The bucket does say it's sturdy enough to transport lava. This spot too hot to put in my hands. What does that mean? Maybe I need to go find different lava? I mean, that's possible. So if we go up to lava, we can pick some up. And I was having an issue before where I couldn't pick it up. And I've done nothing different here. However, I found this stagnant pool. And it seems to work out just fine. So I guess if you're having this issue like me, try to find something like this and not like a big waterfall of it. So I just set this entire thing up. It's a whole bunch of hoppers where the spikes were, and they have a bunch of chutes that all lead into one singular chest. And I think if we just place some lava right there, then this could potentially work. Watch, it's gonna spill out. Can I place it here? No. Oh, no. No, not another issue. It's fine. We're going to place that there and then onto it. Nope. Shift click. There we go. Okay, break it. Is it? No, it's spreading through the hoppers. No. Oh, man. Okay, please tell me I can pick it back up. I can. Okay, that's good. Hopefully it all disappears. So now we have another very interesting issue to work with. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of testing here, trying to get this all to work. And this is what I've come up with. So this is a block on top of the hopper, and it's only 1 pixel thick. I tested it to make sure that an item couldn't just go through a 1 pixel block, and it could not. However, if I throw one there, it went right through, which means that this could possibly work. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these two real quick. So we place down the chest, then the hopper, then this. We're gonna surround it with dirt. I really hope this goes well. I think it should be safe. This should be a good test room, right? So nothing should catch on fire. I really hope so. And ideally, if I drop this into the hole, but I actually gotta drop it in. There we go. So it should be in that chest. Okay, so it definitely works as is. Now we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna put some lava in there. And it went through. Okay, we gotta pick that up. We gotta pick it up. Pick it up. Not ideal. I was really hoping that that would stop the lava, and it would consider that as a block or something. But as you can see, it definitely did not. Please go away, lava. Okay, now we gotta check the rest of this house. We all good? No fires? I'm gonna go downstairs real quick. I forgot that the roof was actually all wood. But yeah, I don't see any fires. So I think we're good. Wait. I think the roof did catch on fire, did it not? I think that's what it was creating. What is that? Basalt. Yeah, why else would there be basalt there? Everything down here seems fine. Okay, we're not gonna do that test inside again. So, that being said, I'm a bit lost here. Wait, where did the block go? There was a block on this. Is it in there now? No. Wait. Yeah, it even got rid of a chest. This is a trunk. And now there's basalt in it. And yeah, there was a block here. And I definitely don't have it right now. As it turns out, lava might be more destructive than I thought. Either way, basalt generator, let's go. But yeah, if you have an idea how we could get this thing to start auto-looting, I would be very open to hear you guys' suggestion. If I could get this thing to be completely automatic, that would just be amazing. And then hopefully we'll have a ton of Jonas parts. I really want to go for all the Jonas pieces. I know it's got like a little return to home teleporter. We got the night vision, all that stuff. On top of that, I really want to get some rusty gears. That way I can start to work with the villager mod and we can start filling this place up. So yeah, if you have any ideas, please let me know and we'll get to trying them out. By the way, would you look at this? We definitely busted up the floor. Yeah, this is not something I expected and it didn't do it to all of it. However, we definitely ruined some of it. And I'm not going to do anything that stupid again. I thought it would be fine. I didn't expect this. That could have gone horribly. Oh, my poor floor. Hey, so welcome back. There isn't much time. We have to go. I got rid of my little shelter here. I know this is a bit of a hectic start. However, I got a message saying that there was a temporal storm coming. So we're heading over to our mob farm right now and seeing if it will work. I don't even see anything. We're actually safe. Hello, pig. There's a storm going on. Oh, okay, there they are. For a second, I was like, what's happening? Oh god, oh god, oh god, we're fine. Nothing to worry about. Our farm is over here. I want to try it there in the storm. God, oh god, oh god. Please don't spawn under me. It's fine, everything's fine. Okay, we're going in here. Hopefully nothing spawns in here. I have a feeling that they just might. Oh god, do you hear that? It's like they're playing a song. But yeah, they totally can spawn in here. I don't have water. I was hoping to have enough time to place some, but I guess that wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, I do believe they're spawning in there. There's one right there. We got another boat horn. They are hopping off. And yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of tonight in here. What is making that noise? I think it's whatever that is right there. Oh, that's a bell. Okay, interesting. Yeah, a lot of you have given me suggestions on how to make this thing work. And something that I found out, which I'm super sad that I didn't realize until now, is one of you actually made a mod because you heard me talking about the hoppers and how I wanted them to work. And you made it exactly so. And I downloaded it, so we're gonna try it out. So thank you so much for making that. And I wish I noticed it earlier. I would have given it a shout out. But if it works, it's gonna be extremely amazing for us. We can use it for our tree farm, for this farm, possibly our farms. There's so many opportunities for it. Man, I can't believe nothing is spawned over here, by the way. I expected this entire pathway to be swamped. And I'm guessing most of the dudes that have spawned are down there right now. And they've completely taken up the spawning pool, so nothing else can spawn. We're gonna go down there and just check it out. Could be very dangerous. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No. I forgot. I didn't actually fix it yet. So that's an open room, and I'm not going into that. I hope to have this entirely set up for the next storm. Then hopefully we'll be getting some insane loot off of it. So anyway, I'm going to keep just walking around, and I'm going to wait for the storm to go away so we can actually get a real start to this video. So see you then. And the storm is gone. So yeah, it was actually completely peaceful on this path throughout the night, and I'm kind of surprised about that. However, this seemed to work a lot better than I thought it would. And I think if I actually had that kill pit set up downstairs, we would have gotten so much loot. Is this safe? Okay, we're fine. So yeah, we're gonna be leaving and then coming right back to fix this entire thing up. But we're out. And I can see the sun again. Oh look, a cow. Are you one of mine? You are! How did you get out here? Like, I get the chickens, I get the boars, but you... How did you get here? He's making a run for the gate. Whatever, we'll leave him be. Let's just make sure that we have everybody here. I think that's my cow. So this is a bull right here. There's just a random sow here. I'm missing a boar. Oh my god. I'm losing everybody. So now I gotta go hunt down my boar. He's somewhere out there. I gotta go get my cow. So I guess I'm just gonna take these. Wait. Nope, that's another sow. Dude, what is happening? My farm is failing so spectacularly. If I had to guess, I think they're getting pushed out through this glass right there. That's my only guess. It's not even like I chiseled it or anything. So I really don't know what's happening. But yeah, this is an issue. I'm gonna have to make like a prison for all of our animals. Really make sure that they stay. Wait, what's out here? Okay, so now we have a baby cow out here. And an actual cow. And there goes the baby. Okay, so I have a bull. I just need to get this guy. You, sir? I'm just gonna leave you be. You've earned your freedom. But you need to get into here. Oh, okay, one hit. Easy enough. Now, I guess I'm just gonna go run around, look for a boar. He should be like generation 6 or something. There's so many chickens out here. What did everybody get displaced? Please tell me I have a rooster in here. Okay, we got a bunch of hens. By the way, look. I can get so close. There is a rooster, right? Oh, no. Guys, I think we're missing a rooster. Luckily, I can get quite close to them. Okay, get in the cage. Okay, we got him. Now we're just missing one boar. If I'm correct, I saw one out here. I swear there was one out here when I was building this farm. Maybe he left. I'm just gonna run around and see if I can find one. If not, I do happen to have some backups inside of here. They're gonna be very low level. However, it's better than nothing. Ooh, we got somebody. What are you? Okay. Well, a generation 2 boar isn't great. I feel like we were higher, but let's get him in here. That's our backup as of right now. And I'll continue the search. Oh, we got another one. What are you? A sow. A generation 5 sow just chilling out here. Which means that we should have a generation 5 boar. But I don't see one. I'm just gonna peek my head outside the gates. What's the odds that I can find him out here? Not high as it turns out. He could be anywhere. I am gonna take some dirt. We're just gonna block this off. Just in case anybody tries to escape. And hopefully I just happen to bump heads with him. Hey, we're back. Yeah, see, that's a generation 4 right here. There's a generation 5 all the way over there. So let's get the cow back. Wait. No, that's another sow. Generation 5 though, so it's better than the one that's in the boar pen. We're gonna drop this guy down. He's my only boar as of right now. What I'm thinking about doing is out here in the middle of the water, make like a high security prison or something for one of each of our animals. Make sure that they can't get out. I swear every animal I own is just a master of escaping. But let's get our rooster back. Who knows how long he'll be here. But he's here for now. Anyway, we have everything sorted out mostly. Things could have started out a lot better for us today. But it is what it is. Now there's one in here. Are you my missing boar? No, it's a sow. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna get that mod enabled that I was talking about. Then we're gonna go over to the farm and test it out, see if we can get everything working. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, so I've relogged and I do have the mod enabled and we're gonna go try it out right now. Hopefully all the stuff down there is despawned and we should be okay. Okay, I already hear a bell. Oh, I just noticed that this was filled up. So it's not like they were gonna come down here. I guess they were just spawning down here. Oh. Hey, dude. How's it going? This is gonna be awful with that bell above us. So that being said, we're just gonna grab one. So right up here will do. We're just gonna place a chest, a hopper on top, and a dirt block on top of that. You can see that there's nothing in this chest. And before, if I threw a block on top of this, it would just stay there and it would not go into the chest. But now, I said, but now, please go through. No, I don't think it's working. Nothing in there? No. Hold on, I'm gonna go look at it real quick and see if I did something wrong. Okay, so I looked it up. Apparently there's a new hopper, which requires magnetite, which if I'm correct, that's just iron. I hope I have some laying around. We're just gonna pick this up and bring it with me. All I need is one singular magnetite. Then we can test it back at the base. Without lava this time. By the way, I'm never touching lava near that base again, or really any structure I ever make. As it turns out, you're not really meant to mess with lava in this game. To be fair, you can't even move in vanilla. And it has some very weird properties, as you guys were telling me. I could have burnt down this entire house, or at least the wood pieces connected to it, which would have been a huge setback. But okay, do we have any magnetite? Okay, we sure do. We have 8, which is actually sad because we need 9. But this will do for one test. We're gonna make the better hopper. We'll throw down the chest, hopper, block on top, and if it works, it should just suck up this block. Okay, I think it worked. Yes. Okay, this one actually does work. It just requires a different hopper. I'm so glad I looked it up and didn't just abandon it. Yes, this is gonna be amazing for us. But here's the real test. If I put spikes on it, does it still work? Please work. It works! I thought there might be some issues with that, but it definitely works. And I'm gonna have a field day with this. Because not only do I want to do that farm, I want to do our big tree farm over there as well. I want every single piece of dirt to have one of these directly under it. And then suck it all up into a couple of chests. That way I don't have to go around looting it every time. But that's gonna require an incredible amount of copper and some magnetite. Which means I need to go find some. I think our last farm was right here. Where we removed it all. Didn't I find another one somewhere? It's been such a long time. Oh yeah, didn't I find iron over here? Okay, I'm gonna have to go search around this in the morning. But for now, let's go up here. And let's go to bed. And we're up. And I'm starving. So what I'm gonna go do is we're gonna head over to where I found that iron. I'm not exactly sure which one it was. And it's been a while. But yeah, we need to go find it. And I think today I might also put a gate over here or something. Or at least like over here. It's a bit of a pain, especially when I gotta go over there. And I gotta run all the way this way or all the way over there to make it over this. And if I have time today, what I'd really like to do is get some towers on this. It'd be cool to get one big tower up there as well with some sort of path that leads up to it. Somewhere on this mountain over here. I feel like that would be an amazing spot for it. But that's a pretty big project and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I found it. And it took me longer than I'd like to admit, because as it turns out, I was like right over here, and I was checking all my ladders that go down to the mantle over here, and it was one off. But this should be it, and we should be able to get more than enough. I don't even need it for the iron itself. As cool as iron is, we have lots of it, and I only need it for the magnetite so I can turn it into better hoppers. So we're just gonna grab a reasonable amount, and then we're gonna head out of here. But I will mark it down this time, so in the future when we need a whole bunch, we can come back and grab it. Alright, so we just got 67, and I think that should be fine. When we break it up, that should give me a whole bunch, and at the very least, it's a good starting point. Okay, so we're back, and I've replaced all the hoppers with the better hoppers, and they're all connected up to this chest, and I just made this room look nice again. By the way, I did catch this thing in here. That's a part of the primitive survival mod, and this is the second one I've ever seen. Like, they're incredibly rare, and I can't loot him. But yeah, it was very interesting to see him just hanging there when I came down here. He's like a giant fish creature or something. But anyway, we have all this set up. Is there anything in there now? Yeah, we got 2 flax. So it is in fact working, and the bodies do seem to be disappearing on their own, except for this guy. And hopefully he just disappears over time as well. But I'm gonna leave spectator cam over there, and I'm just gonna go up and run around, lure a whole bunch of stuff into that pit, and hopefully we get some good things. If I can get one singular Jonas piece out of this thing, then it'll be a success. I'm just gonna be doing this for a while, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Okay guys, so it's been about less than a day. However, I have been doing this overnight, just walking back and forth. And we've been stacking up bodies down here. I also noticed that there's been a shiver inside of this wall for like most of the time. Is he still in there? He might have despawned. Okay, I think he's gone. Let's see if it was all worth it. Oh wow. Okay, so we got 2 cylinders, 7 of those scraps, 4 regular rusty gears, a bunch of metal parts, a whole bunch of flax, and 2 temporal gears. Okay, so that was kind of worth it. That was like, what, 30 minutes of walking around? Like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't that bad. Wait, I think there's one in the wall right now. You can see his foot. Are you in there, buddy? No, I think he's definitely above me, so it's cool to know that he's not coming in this room. But yeah, one of you told me that, hey, just doing some panning is more worth it than this. Which may or may not be true, but I think the end goal would be if I could go panning and do this. Yeah, see him? Hey guy, I don't like this. I don't think I have to walk around up there. I think I just need to sit up there, and potentially I'll make it safe. And we could just set up some like water, and I could just pan. I know from experience not to do just regular sand, and we can do that bony sand. So perhaps sometime soon we'll go out and do a whole bunch of exploring and just pick up as much bony sand as I can. And then I could do that while just sitting there letting these guys grind up. I think that could be a pretty cool idea. Oh, there's definitely people above me. Eventually, we're gonna have to make a real entrance into this place. That way it isn't just this. And it would also be cool to get some sort of drop so I could just drop all the way down and not have to take the ladder every time, because that is a long trip down. But let's get the boat horn. Yep, sir, you gotta die. Yep. And he's dead. You'd think he'd stay away after what we've been doing to his friends. But yeah, I'd say that this was a big success, and I don't want to spend any more time on it than I have this video. I think we've done enough of this for a little while, and we need to get back to work on the base, because I've been putting that off for a little bit, and there's so much more that needs to be done. For instance, I need one of these right here to be moved over there. Then I need a whole bunch of towers within this wall. I'm kind of considering just taking this right here and using that as a tower, so I could just copy paste this like a bunch of times down the wall. We'll have to evenly spread it. Maybe I'll add a roof to it. I feel like a roof could be cool too. I don't know. It already fits the style. We've already built it, and it would be easy to just add a bunch of these throughout the walls. Then hang some banners off of it. Maybe a flag or so. I feel like the flags need to stay on the little gatehouses, right? So I think that's the plan. Just get a whole bunch of these up, and it'll add a lot more variety to this flat looking wall. However, before I do that, I think I want to take this and just bury it real quick. I've been meaning to do that for a while, and I don't see why not. First, I gotta count. How tall is this? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we just gotta go down 17 blocks, and then that should do it. Or at the very least, I should line it up with the front of this door over here. That way, when I do the underground tunnel, it'll completely line up with it, not be like a couple blocks off. So the underground tunnel would be about here, but there's no reason why I should guess it. So this block right here is 169. Now we gotta go over there and remember that number. So we're just gonna put that block there. And how many more blocks does this need to go over? The very edge would be touching right here, which is not the wall. I was a little bit concerned with that, but that's fine. If I wanted to dig it down exactly where it is, it would have to be right here. I think we're gonna move it like 4 or 5 blocks over. So this could be the center, and it wouldn't be so close to that wall. So I think this is exactly where it's gonna be. And all of this has to go. Yeah, we might as well cut down the bamboo. And hopefully I can get these. I can. Okay, sick. I don't want to lose it all. But let's get cutting. And there we go. That should be every single last bamboo. Then we also gotta cut down some of this ebony. At some point, I do think I want to be repopulating a lot of this area with trees. I think it looked really good back then. And I might start doing it with the redwood. I think that tree just looks so insanely cool. And you could see it from the outside because it towers over the walls. So we might be sticking with that one, to be honest. And just put a bunch of those around. Maybe I can mix it up, add some smaller trees in here. Definitely not these because I think they look ugly. Possibly ebony, just because I think it's so cool that we have a bunch. But there we go. I think that we should be completely fine to set this up, and nothing should be getting in the way of it. So, let me tear this down for hopefully the last time. Let's get to it. Hey, so welcome back. So I didn't intend to do this yet, and I wish I was recording for this, but I kind of just threw this up in a really big hurry. I didn't think I was gonna stick with it, so I didn't record it, and oh god, I'm being chased. Not good. Let's get him out of here. So yeah, anyway, we have this now, and all I did was just add this little frame here, brought it up, I chiseled it to make it look smooth like this. Then had these circular columns that just hold this up, copy pasted up there. And I didn't think I was going to stick with it, but I kind of like it for what this is. And I think it would be cool to add it on this side as well. Plus, I was talking to some people in the Discord, and I could potentially use this again and make it like super tall and add different layers of this going up, so like little towers. And we might just end up doing that. We could have like one of these for each kind of tree. I think that would be awesome. Whenever we need something to build with, we just cut down one of these and then replant them. And we'd pretty much be set forever that way. So I might end up doing that, but for now, this is what we have to work with. And now I gotta connect an actual path to it. That way we can cut it down from the bottom. Because right now I have zero way of accessing this. Hold on real quick. So it's about 97. However, if I go 2 blocks down, I assume that's like 95. And we need to connect up with it through our tunnel, which means that we need to go make the tunnel. And it's really funny that I made the tunnel go the other way because I didn't want it intersecting with anything I was going to do out here. But now we're just going to completely get rid of that idea. We're going to make it go under here. Now, I don't believe the tunnel is even that deep. However, it might not connect with some of this. And you gotta remember, this is exactly the middle of it right here. At least I hope the tunnel is gonna meet up with the middle of this. I don't actually know if it connected with the exact middle. But yeah, the tunnel is supposed to be right here. And it's gonna go through here. So we might end up seeing it go through like right here-ish. And maybe a little bit over there. But I can always remove some of this dirt to make it look cool. And it's something I'd like to do. I think it would be cool to see this tunnel under here. It'd be kind of hard to see it sometimes, but we'll light it up and make it look super nice. And yeah, we're gonna go try that right now. So real quick, we're at -169. Let's go to the tunnel and see if it actually meets up with the middle of this. Let's see. Wait, 169. So I actually did do this perfectly. And I didn't think I was gonna do this perfectly because usually I'm like 1 block off. Also, look at this, I'm at 98. Which pretty much means I'm going to link up perfectly with our tree farm. We're going to have to go like a block or 2 down. So we could have like a staircase right here that just dips a little bit. And I think that would work out pretty well. I'm super excited to expand upon this area. Because I do think it's one of the best parts of my base. And I am just in love with these doors that I made. And it's time to expand upon it. So yeah, I'm going to get to work. The plan is to just dig this all the way over to our tree farm. And then I'm just going to throw out the same design that we have, but we're going to definitely need to alter it a little bit once we get to the water area, which I fully expect to be a pretty big pain to do, but we'll get it done. So I'll see you guys once it's done. So welcome back. I have definitely done some stuff. Now you guys have already seen me build this. This tunnel is so much longer. Look, it goes all the way down there. So I decided not to montage this entire thing, but here it is. We have such a long hallway now, and it goes all the way down to the end where our tree farm is, and it works out pretty perfectly. I even added these little door frames here because we have them right here already, and I figured it just looked perfect. And yeah, we have so much room for activities now. However, you might be able to tell that it's not done because it is all the same hallway, and the plan is to remove a lot of it and make it see-through. That way we can see up into our world. Technically, I'm still under our base right now, which is wild. Right about here is where the lake starts. So we're going to be taking this right here all the way down to over here where the lake ends. And then we're going to make it see-through. Something I'm half considering is just making this little part right here where we have that little white trim around the square. We could potentially just make that see-through, and that might end up working. And it's just an idea that I'm floating right now. Yeah, see right here, this is the end of the lake. So we need to go from here all the way down to there. And it's quite a bit. However, if we keep going, we hit this dirt wall, which is definitely not how it's going to stay forever. But if we open it, we can come all the way down to here. This block right here is the block that we need to remove to cut down the tree. So once we remove this, there should be logs right here, which we just cut. And then the entire tree falls. And hopefully very soon we can put hoppers and make it so it all auto collects. So we just cut it down and then replace the block. And then we'll have a bunch of chests here that get filled up with all the sticks and logs and stuff. Make it a lot easier on me. But that's going to require an insane amount of copper, and we'll get to that some other day. However, I figured I'd work on this with you guys and then get some of your feedback. So let's go upstairs real quick because I feel like showing you where it is might give you a better idea of what we're working with. So it is a bit dark out right now, so it'll make it a little bit harder to see. However, it's always a little bit difficult to see from up here. You can see that is the path right there. So yeah, it's about 3 blocks under the water, which I really hope isn't going to be an issue. I'm not entirely sure how that big boat works. I have a feeling that I should be able to go over this, but if not, that's going to be a major issue. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see, and when you can see it, it looks quite awful right now. So if we go ahead and remove some of this, yeah, you can see that's the wall, but even that just looks awful. But we're probably going to end up removing this dirt. Then we're going to need some sort of thing connecting the outside, so every 5 videos or so that we actually get a glimpse of it, we'll be able to see it. I think with the glass on this, and it's going to be well lit up, I think it should be quite visible from up here. At least that's what I'd like to think. See, right now, you just cannot see it. And even when it becomes daytime, it's still pretty difficult to see. And you gotta remember that the mod that I have makes things in the water so much more visible. If I was playing completely vanilla, there'd be no shot that I was gonna be able to see that unless I was directly on top of it. But luckily, we got it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. And I didn't think it was gonna take as long as it did. Not gonna lie, every time I do one of these big projects, I think it's gonna be pretty quick, and then it's not. I remember when I thought that this building was gonna be pretty quick. And it's still not done. It's getting there. I like this room. But even that room needs a lot of work still. Also, it would be really cool if I could somehow connect this right here with the tunnels underground. Maybe I have a staircase that goes down or something into it. It'd make it a lot easier because I always get confused when I come up here and I'm like, why am I going up and then down? Not a big deal though. See, I think that room with that staircase is literally behind that wall right there. So potentially we could have a staircase maybe connected up with this right here, this wall. Although the reason why it's not finished is because that is the dirt out there and we have a very thin wall. I would have loved to have this on the inside in this entire room, and it would have looked so much better. However, I didn't really plan for it, so it's not very viable. I'd have to completely redo this room, or at least the outside walls, to get it to work. But I could see myself doing that. Either way, I think I have decided that I'm gonna at least try to make all this glass, just the stuff inside this trim, and see how that looks. Also, potentially, this trim right here, I could replace with QP chisels. It has a white light that we can add, so it looks like white RGB that goes around instead of that white, and it could really light up the ceiling. But I think it would be extremely good for the underwater bit over here, so we might end up doing that as well. But anyway, I'm gonna go get my stuff and then we're gonna get to work on that. Hey, so just a quick update, guys. I was starting to work on this, and I figured I wouldn't do too much. That way you guys could see some of it, so I don't have that tree farm problem again. All that I'm doing right here is I removed the blocks that this wood is right here, and I'm taking this frame, and I'm just extending it up to that block. Those blocks right up there are going to be removed as soon as I'm done, and that should be water. And I'm going to place a very thin piece of glass on the very top, so when we're in here we should be able to see the ocean, and hopefully that looks all right. And if it does, then I'll be able to put some sort of pattern in this. And I'm not doing that now because that's going to take a while, and I'm not even sure that we're going to be keeping this design. So I'm giving it a quick test, and if I do like it, we're going to work on it a bit more, then make most of these exactly the same. However, stuff like over here, where we're not under the ocean, I'm going to leave it as is. This is just for the water. And let me tell you, it's been a pain because this right here is like 5 blocks, but this 5th block is only a piece of that block. And I did not make this easy for me. And right now I'm trying to get this glass on, but it's very hard to see. I already have some glass here. But when you start chiseling it, it is such a pain and so hard to see. Oh god. Which, if you're wondering why I haven't done too much with chiseling glass, it's because of this. I just cannot see it. And if I somehow miss some blocks here, it's gonna start letting water through, which would suck a lot. So I'm trying my best here to get this all filled in, and I'm gonna spend some extra time on it just to make sure that I do, because we're gonna be copy pasting this to a lot of them if I end up liking it and then sticking with it. So I want to make sure that I get this right. So anyway, I just wanted to give that quick update, and I'll be back once I get this all filled in. Okay, so I think I got it all done, and it looks mostly filled in. So we're just going to get rid of all this real quick. Then we got to go upstairs and remove the stuff on the top. Okay, so it should be pretty easy to spot out here. I think it's this right here. So if we remove it, we should see some glass. There we go. Just get rid of it all real quick. And yeah, we can see down, and I guess some water is definitely getting through. But how? I don't know why it would be doing that. Maybe because of the back stuff here? We'll go ahead and fill that in. Maybe that changes it. Oh, I think it did. Okay, that is so weird. Why can't I fill this in right here? It looks like I should be able to. Oh, is that glass? Okay, that's glass. That's why. We'll just go ahead and fix that real quick. And good as new. See, right here actually pulls me into this block, and it was kind of pulling me up. I wonder if we could use that with boats to make like some very alpha Minecrafty boat mechanic elevator or something. That could have been pretty cool. But let's go back downstairs. And see how it looks. Okay, so that definitely looks cool when we're down here. You can just barely see the water, and there's a lot of these particles that are coming off. And it's actually kind of funny because directly under it seems to be the darkest spot, which that is very odd. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these particles, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that shouldn't be happening. Okay, that's actually a lot more visible than this. Especially if I added some RGB to around it. I think that could look pretty cool. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And I'm just gonna copy paste that to all these. And then we're gonna have to add some outside frames to it. What I'd like to think I would do is I just take that little pillar system that I have, and then we can connect it from the very bottom of the lake coming out. Obviously, we got to get rid of all this dirt, then clean it up, and then we can have that little top bar piece right there be like in the middle between each of these windows. I think that would make it look kind of nice. Maybe we'll have to do some more to it too. So anyway, I'm going to be copy pasting this to all these, and I'll be right back. And here we are! I just really had to show you guys this. At nighttime, it just looks so cool from this angle, and I think it could look so much better. Yeah, so this is what it looks like from this angle, and I won't lie, it could look a little bit better. I was hoping that the water would be a little bit more visible down here. It just looks like the glass is a little bit cloudy, but other than that, it's really hard to tell that we're underwater right now. But it definitely opens up some cool underwater base stuff. Honestly, you can make a really cool underwater base in this game. There are no sponges, so it's a little bit more difficult, and you gotta fill in each block, but it's definitely doable. However, yeah, here it is. Look at the base. When you come up on the base, it just looks so cool. And I'm really glad we did this. I didn't have to do this all underground, and we could have just stuck with being upstairs. However, I think this was definitely pretty cool. One of the reasons why I'm not going to be connecting a bunch of tunnels to this is because I definitely want to stay above ground. As cool as it is to have like a big underground thing like this, I want the upstairs to be so much cooler. And fun fact, that is exactly why I enabled the option so I couldn't farm underground. And it was just simply because I'd be forced above ground, because believe me, I could see myself spending hundreds of hours just chilling in here making like big underground rooms. And maybe one day I'll do that. However, I'm trying my best not to do that this playthrough, even though the underground is calling my name. But we're trying to make a village, not become dwarves, okay? There will be time for that. However, yeah. We have most of that done, the inside anyway. We can definitely add to it. I highly expect that we're going to add some sort of RGB to it, and it's not even like that visible. So I think making this look pretty good is going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to remove all the dirt on here. However, I'm going to be leaving like stuff over here. The dirt that connects with this right here can stay. And I'm sure there's some over there, but most of the dirt walls is going to go. And I think my pillar idea is going to work perfectly. Each of those right there that connects the two pillars is just going to go in between these. And by the way, it bothers me so much that we have these little notches here. It's fine. We won't even see it when we're upstairs. It's going to be completely unnoticeable. But yeah, I think the pillars would make this thing look super cool. So I think we're about to do another time lapse of me doing all this. And hopefully then we can finally be finished with this. The tree farm will be finished for now. And then we can finally start to work on finishing up our walls. Then, I'm not going to lie, I think I am going to be doing a pretty big project. I'm thinking about doing the next video as one giant montage thing about this entire village. I really do think that these buildings look pretty okay. And it was definitely better than my first buildings. However, I think I've progressed a little bit more, and I have an idea of how to make these look better. Because here's my real thoughts on these buildings. I think they look fine. However, they give me huge Minecraft vibes, which isn't a bad thing, but doesn't feel very vintage story-y. I think the beams are really saving it, but I think we can make these buildings look a lot cooler. I thought it was gonna look cool in the beginning by making all the houses out of plaster and stuff, but I think we used a bit too much of it, to be honest. And all the houses look way too similar. So I want to build each of the houses like out of different materials. And when I built these, I made them like this square and stuff. And then we have all these big windows, and I didn't really build them with the interior in mind. So if I want to build an interior in here, it's gonna look a little bit weird. And that's why I've been putting that off. So what I'm thinking about doing is raising all these houses, just completely removing them, and trying out some of my new skills that I've learned, and trying to make some really cool houses. Make them all super custom. The interior is going to be one of the first things I think of. We're going to try to make each of these houses nice and cozy. And next video is probably going to be one giant montage. It might even be like 200 days of me just completely filling out this entire land here and making a true village. And that would also include little things like little market stalls, like places for them to sit, little specialized buildings. Wait, I see a boar over there. But yeah, I have big plans for this village, and I think that's going to be the next video. And I've been completely putting that off until I got this wall up. And then the mob farm over here really got me sidetracked. I feel like we're almost ready to get this done, and I think that's going to be the next video. Okay, so it's a sow, generation 5. I think, am I correct by thinking that this sow was over there? Is that the same sow and you've already migrated over here? I'm glad I put up the gate, and we even got a chicken. Tier 6, by the way. Very interesting. Plus, yeah, I also want to do some above ground animal stuff. We're going to make like their own pens, stuff like that out here, where they can get some sunlight. Maybe they'll stop running away. And there's so much for us to do. So please expect my next video to take a little bit longer, but I hope it's going to be worth it in the end. Either way, sorry I got a little bit sidetracked there. I'm going to get to work on this tunnel. I just want to make it look sort of nice when we're out here and we occasionally see it. By the way, look at this. We got little crabs around our base. Now that is from the mod. And honestly, I don't know if they drop anything. Come here, crab. Okay, so he is dead. Let's go ahead and loot him. Do I get like crab meat? I do. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, it's so rare that I ever see these. They're all over our tunnel. That's so odd. But we're gonna get to work on this. We're gonna leave them be, and I'm gonna just get rid of all the dirt real quick, which is gonna be difficult because it's all underwater. So let's get started. So here we go. This is what we're left with, and it doesn't look too good on the outside right now. However, I have an idea of how to make it look better. I think I can take this right here, copy it, paste it onto here, and it's cool because it already links up with this. And I can do that all the way along this. Then I can also go ahead and take this right here. We'll just copy that. Then we can just copy it onto this right here and then rotate it in this way. So I can do that all along this. Then we also got to grab this right here. We can go ahead and just place some birch across here. And then paste it onto these. Rotate them, of course. And we got to connect it to this. Rotate it. And there we go. See, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. We can do that in between each of these. Then I can take another block like this, place it here, copy this, and then place it down here. Wow, the water is really fighting me right now. But we can just place a bunch of blocks all the way down to the bottom, just like that. Copy this little middle piece here, and then connect that all the way down to the bottom. I'm about to start drowning. Let's go back up and get some air. But yeah, this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing here. Once I get all these connected, I think it'll look a lot better. Plus, we got to do something with this corner here. So I'm just going to copy it real quick, and we'll paste it to this block. And we're just going to work it a little bit to make it look a little bit more smooth. There we go. This is what I'm thinking. It's not going to look anything too special. But again, we're barely going to be able to see it. So it's not like it matters all that much. We can go ahead and just copy paste it to all of these. And yeah, it'll have this nice little slanted look. It won't look like we just have a random wood block here. And it'll round everything off just a little bit more. So we're just adding a couple more of these. That way we can get a better picture of how it looks. And there we go. Oh man, I'm like stuck. Oh crap. Water is so terrifying in this game, I swear. But here we go. This is pretty much what it would look like all the way down. And also, you gotta remember, it's gonna be very difficult to see anyway. Like, from right over here, we can just barely see it. Even on the stairs, you can't even see that chiseling that I did. Unless I, like, zoom in on it. And there's no shot that we're gonna be seeing that from even over here. So we don't have to get too crazy with it. Because we're only gonna be seeing it if we're, like, right here up against it. And even then, it looks fine. So anyway, I'm gonna do this to this entire thing. And hopefully it turns out well. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And we're back. So I pulled the trigger and I added RGB to it. I kind of knew it was coming. However, I wasn't fully sold. And I think I am now because it just looks so cool. And now we can actually see it from everywhere. Like before, you could barely see it at all from over here. And now it just glows, especially during the night. I tried adding blue because I figured blue would work with the water. However, I think red would have also looked super cool. But I'm not entirely sure that it would have fit the aesthetic. But yeah, I do think it looks super cool. And if you remember from before, we could barely see it from here. Now we can definitely see it. But real quick, we got to go downstairs and see how it looks. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. And it's not like this entire thing is glowing. I think it would have been a bit much if I replaced all that plaster with it. And I think this was the best use for it. And yeah, I definitely like how it looks. It would also be pretty cool to get a pattern on this plaster. Like a nice black trim around the bottom here. And maybe something in between it. And it might even be worth it to add some sort of like frame in the middle of it. However, I really do like how open it looks like this. And we can only barely tell that there's water above me when I'm moving. You can see how it all gets a little bit wavy. But I'm not entirely sure if that's a water thing and that's not just a glass thing. But it's so cool. We got an awesome skylight down here. And I can say I'm finally happy with it. And I think we're going to keep it. Now, something I also do got to mention is that it is quite visible right now. But you got to remember that we're going to be covering it up a bit. Like right up front here is going to be a big dock where we can keep our boat and stuff. Hopefully it's gonna look super nice. Then I definitely want to add some stuff to this lake, like a couple of chisel boats, stuff like that. I'm still debating putting something in the middle of this lake. I think that could be super cool. And hey, maybe we connect this with whatever I want to put in the middle of the lake. We could have a staircase go up to it or something. There's definitely potential there. And yeah, I think that this is gonna be a little bit less visible when we're done with this. Either way, I'm pretty happy with it, and perhaps we'll try to upgrade it as well sometime down the line. Make it look even nicer than it does. So if you guys have some suggestions, please let me know. But now I gotta do something that I've been meaning to do for a while. And I'm gonna quickly, for you guys, but not for me, get some towers up on those walls behind me. Also get another gate behind this building, and maybe add a little bit more detail to all of it. I think that's gonna be a massive change for this place, and it will add a ton of detail to these walls, and finally open up the opportunity to start work on the village. And remember, once we get this village up, I can finally start to work with that mod that adds all the villagers and stuff. I think there's also some trader ones, and I've been waiting to update our village. That way we can get to work on that mod so that we can finally fill it and bring a lot of life to this place. So enough waiting around. I'm gonna start working on the walls. So see you in a bit.